And we're live on Sky.
And we're live. Get comfy. Here we go.
Pathetic.
Run us through the teams.
We're live.
Top Boys Sports.
That'll be Sergeant.
Good. All right, then, boys. Chelsea game. Woody, I ain't seen the lineup, mate. Who we got?
Got Mendy in goal. Chilly at left back. Silver and Zuma in the middle. Good little partnership they've created. Aspie gets the start of right back over James.
Oh.
James must be injured or he's having a little rest because he ain't on the subs bench. So
But it's not a bit of rotation, do you think, Wood? I think just sort of swap players around a bit.
possibly, but he's not even on the bench. So
Mm.
don't know about that. Possibly. Let's put Christian on the bench, so you might be right there. Mason Mount, Jorginho, who I did say I wanted to see back in there. Kante and Werner, Abraham and Pulisic. So it's going to be the two wide men, three in the middle. Abraham up top on his own, isn't it?
No Giroud.
No, Giroud is on the bench. We've got Kepa, which I'm really happy to see on the bench. I don't know why he's on the bench. We should have Peter check there.
Played the other day, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the someone said the youngest 21-year-old. Yeah, we've got Kepa, Rudiger, Christensen, Emerson, Kovacic, Billy Gilmore. Love to see Billy come into this game sometime today. Hudson-Odoi, Parvets and Giroud.
Bench.
Looking forward to this one. A bit of a tough game. West Ham a bit hit and miss this season like everyone, but when they turn it on, they don't seem to be a team that don't really know when they're beat as well. So
Yeah.
Noble's getting his first start.
You're looking at me there, are you?
What's that?
Were you looking at me there when you said they don't really know when they're beat?
Well, no, Spurs do know when they're beat. I just lost 2, mate.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's nice to see what you put in the group chat, Kev, that you just brought them back down to earth a little bit. There's nothing. The one thing worse than a Man United scumbag talking about how great Man United are after winning 1 game out of 6 or so is Tottenham scumbag.
What, 1 out of 6?
Well, you know what I mean. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Just a goal. You're like, hey, woohoo.
Got to make the most of it, ain't I? You know.
I'm sorry to say, Kenny, but that meme's going around again, isn't it?
Which one?
Talk to me.
The one that says after every Arsenal game, and they're in the changing rooms going, "We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit."
We expect it now, though, don't we? I'm fucking honestly. I don't think we was going to win that yesterday going in. I knew we was going to lose that, so it is what it is.
Your next 2 games are hard games as well, Kenny, mate.
Yeah, we've got fucking Man City tomorrow. And then we've got Chelsea on Boxing Day, haven't we?
Are we talking about Arsenal then? Let's go for it, Kenny.
Surely you've got to get relegated. Surely you've got to be in the relegation zone by the end of that.
That's too early.
Thing.
No, by the end of them 2 games, they've got to be in a relegation.
Fucking shit.
Even the commentators now are actually starting to say, "This is not, this is not a fixable situation overnight," and they are pretty low in the league. This could become a relegation battle. Let's make no mistake.
I can't see them beating any team.
Burnley won earlier, didn't they? So if they win their game in hand, they're actually ahead of Arsenal.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it? You keep waiting for us to turn it around, but the fixtures coming up ain't the time, man. Like, we're not going to fucking turn things around now.
You not think if it comes like to the end of Christmas, if they're still down there, then that's when you start to say they're down
Well,
there.
that's in a week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
isn't it? Fucking
Burnley just won as well
down.
against Wolves.
Yeah.
You know, that puts the pressure on. Fucking hell, man.
What's that all
Never
about?
in a million years did I. Eh?
Burnley just beat Wolves.
Yeah.
They just beat Chelsea, didn't they? Wolves.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. These teams down the bottom seem to be able to turn up every now and again and churn out a good result. We're the only ones down there that fucking can't do it.
Yeah, Burnley got a game in hand. They win that. They go ahead of Arsenal. So that puts Arsenal at 16th. 4 points behind, just in front of Fulham, who are in the relegation. And Fulham are starting to pick up form as well.
Yeah, Willian's getting a bit of stick, isn't he? I've just noticed they can start getting
Rightfully
a little
so
bit.
as well.
Yeah. He has been
Yeah.
shocking,
Yeah.
Woody, to be fair, though.
He was shocking the other day, and I think one of the Sky Sports guys pointed out that he was sort of jogging back into position, and like, everything was half-hearted about him. Like at Chelsea,
He don't give a fuck, mate. He don't give a fuck. He wanted to die for Chelsea. He's just at Arsenal to fucking make his money before he retires. I mean,
Well,
that was fucking
he
obvious.
knew that Chelsea weren't stupid enough to give him a 3-year contract, mate. So well done there doing that for getting him on board.
Yeah,
Another shit fucking transfer signing, man. Honestly,
Done quite a lot.
It's so weird.
He's gone out of quite high contract, isn't he? Like 200 grand or something like
Yeah,
that.
he'll be
that's
getting
a
paid,
bargain.
man.
Fucking
He'll be
hell.
getting fucking paid. If we had Willian from last season,
Be all right.
fine. Do you know what I mean? And I was happy that we got him to just have him around the boys, like 2 or 3 years of him around Martinelli and Saka. I think we spoke about it before, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like that was the main reason I was happy about signing him. Same reason for giving David Luiz another year, just to give these young lads, a bit of fucking help in training and stuff like that. But they got to do it on the pitch, man. I mean, even just once a fucking month would do me. Do you know what I mean? It's been nothing since he signed.
Yeah.
I've just got to say, I've just seen Declan Rice walking out here. Sorry, Paul, go on.
I have some tips about how to deal with relegation if you need it.
Yeah.
I'm the only one here that's experienced relegation, I think.
No,
No?
Chelsea, twice in the
Okay.
80s.
Yeah, the 80s. Like, I think I've the most recent anyway. 2000.
Have Man United ever been relegated from?
Not in my lifetime. Probably, yeah. When, because Dennis Law, the manager got rid of Dennis Law and he didn't want to leave and he walked off the pitch and then went and signed for Man City and scored against us and it relegated us and he never played again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop the mic.
That's like 1950s or 60s, something like that.
But I remember watching the League Cup, the playoffs in '99, and I'm just there going, "Oh, we're going to be in the Premier League. We could actually battle for staying up." And now we're just like,
No, it won't
Shit.
work out. It won't work out, Paul. And straight back down.
Like, Ken, are you still confident, like you're not going down, or is there anything?
Fucking, you love talking about this
Well, no, that's
relegation.
a serious
shit.
question, though.
No, it's
mean-
not. You don't think for 1 minute Arsenal are in a relegation battle.
100% I do, mate. I can't see you getting a win. You can't beat Burnley. You can't beat anyone. I can't see you getting a win anywhere. I really
Neither can
can't.
I, but I have to believe that it's going to fucking turn around,
I know
man.
what you're saying. Arsenal, a massive club and that, which they've got some big players, like they have, but I don't know. It's like,
Right, how long do you think the board will wait then? How many more losses do you think the board will
how
go?
long can it go on for, Ken?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the thing. How long will they go?
I think Arteta's safe in his job. I said this last week because he's in there with and they've fucking restructured the whole club around fucking hit Arteta and Edu. Like everything goes through them. They promoted Arteta to manager, didn't they? Is that just look?
Kenny, that only works if you're not in a relegation battle, mate. If you're in a relegation battle and it's looking with 10 games to go, it's looking like a 3 points here or there, and you could be in there. He's gone. He's got to go. There's no way you can.
Yeah,
risk
well,
that.
yeah. If we get
West
towards
Brom-
the end of the season, I think
West Brom
everyone,
pulled the
even the
trigger
board.
on Sam Allardyce now, and it's like I think they were playing good football. West Brom under Bilic. All right, they weren't getting results, but they pulled the trigger, pulled in Allardyce, and they'd lost 3-0 in their first game.
Yeah. The thing is, as well, it's not all fucking Arteta's fault. Like, I don't know if Arsenal fan, he's getting a lot of shit, man. I think I'm the only Arsenal fan left saying, ride it out, stick with him, because I don't know if you could get a new manager in that would fix this, because the lineup still ain't good enough. The players still ain't fucking good enough.
Mate,
They're not 15th.
I'll be honest. I think there's plenty of managers out there that would get a good reaction from your.
Yeah,
players.
honestly, like anyone could,
Yeah.
one of you could go in there and do a better job, because we're 15th. Like, I'm not denying that, but when it fucking rains, it pours, man. Like, everything's going against us at the minute.
Do you know the worst
It
thing
is.
as
And
well?
it just like the Everton game yesterday. I haven't said this many times this season, so when I do, you can fucking believe it. We were the better side overall. We were the better side against Everton.
Stats
It's just-
said that, don't they?
Hey,
The stats said that. But again, do you know what the embarrassing thing is? Just like all the commentators said, all the teams are happy to have Arsenal to let Arsenal have the ball because they know they're not going to do anything with it. That's
yeah,
embarrassing.
true. But we looked a little bit
Teams are
lively.
going, you know what? Let them have 60-70% possession. They can't score against us, so what does it matter?
No, but that was unlucky, man. They scored from a set piece and an unlucky own goal from Rob Holding, man. Like, on another day, if it's going your way, we beat Everton in that game. And I haven't said that since fucking Fulham, because I don't think we've deserved to win any of these games, but we did deserve to beat them, man. It was just unlucky. I can actually take positives, Joey, from that game.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. I could take positives from it. Fucking one of them being Ainsley Maitland-Niles got in because Bellerin's fucking banned. Actually, no, he was back, I think, Bellerin. I think he was back, but he was left out for whatever reason. But fucking what an improvement, man.
Has he
Like,
made much changes in the games, Kenny? Has he like made much personnel change, or is it just the standard?
Yeah, it's like for like and stuff like that. It doesn't really,
Tried.
tactically, you know exactly what Arteta is gonna do, man. You know exactly how we're gonna come out and play because it's been the same every fucking game.
the same feat, really. Like he's just rolling with his plan, and it's really just kind of like tactically is cancelling out any attack that you can actually do.
It's hard though, and I stand by this. It's the problems are in central midfield. Like we have got such a weak, like the corner they scored. It came from some weak bullshit in centre midfield again. And they get through corner, and I'm watching. I'm like, they're going to score this, and people will forgive El Neni or Ceballos or whoever it was that give the ball away because it's the next part of play. But it's where it all comes from, man. It's where all our problems come from. We can't create. We're forced to go wide and cross into players that are not good enough in the air. I think the board know, and I think he said to him, look, and obviously we can anticipate Partey. Partey's fucking been injured and not been playing.
I think he's your best player, and I think the problem is, they said it on TalkSport today, they said the problem is, they said, oh, we miss Partey, and someone said, why do they? Because he isn't playing. They said, because he is so far above.
Yeah, because he's actually a good centre midfielder.
Yeah,
of course he
so
is.
far above. Like none of your midfielders are anywhere near him. I know he's been injured, but none of them are anywhere near him. Yeah. That's the worrying thing. Like they're nowhere near.
The whole team. I've seen him play once or twice.
None of them are nowhere near him.
Without fail.
Even if he was injured now until the end of the season, he's still going to win fans player of the year.
That's the worrying thing. Like they
fucking done anything.
They brought like El Neni back in, and he looked all right. But let's be honest, he ain't really.
Only because he's better than what we had. Only because he's better than Xhaka, he looks all right. That doesn't make him a good fucking footballer. He fucked off on loan for a reason, man. He was never good enough.
And that's no disrespect to him, but it just shows you. We were thinking, oh yeah, no, he's doing a good job in that, but it just shows you how bad it is that he was brought back in. You know, but yeah,
you think the central midfielders that you would list after him, right? So Partey's the best central midfielder at Arsenal. Yeah. After that, you got Guendouzi, Torreira, and Ozil. Even though Ozil's
Torreira's the team that got Torreira on loan want to send him back because he's been shit.
Atletico, yeah. So it works out. He's coming back in January, so that's another bit of fucking deadwood we're gonna have to deal with. Listen, if he gets the nod over Xhaka, then I'll be fucking happy, man. Like,
I like Torreira. I like Torreira in the right place.
Hey?
I like Torreira in the right place.
He's all right. He's just lightweight again. I'm so sick of seeing our players getting bullied off the fucking ball.
I think the problem is, do you not think, though, when he was playing and he was doing all right, he had better players around him. And I think then he got sort of his position got moved a little bit. And then it was like, he's just been moved and now it's not working.
Yeah, I know. He got moved into a 10 role, didn't he, briefly?
Yeah, he's not a fucking number 10. He's a central midfielder, right, that fucking sits there. Right.
I think Ben Chilwell might be injured here. It looks like he might have rolled his ankle in the 4th minute.
Lovely.
Nothing more. News. Challenge with Bowen. Bowen's hit the back of his leg and it's just rolled his ankle on it.
Ouch.
That is good. That's good news. They look nasty, Wood.
It looked like he's in a little bit of pain, mate. Yeah.
Lovely.
Seems like celebrating someone getting injured.
Yes. 100%.
What do you think you do now, then? Do you think you try and get through January?
What did you think of the Tottenham comment of Mourinho the other day then? Best team lost. Come on, mate. You've got to realise, what sort of bullshit was that? Why did he even say that?
Because he's a prick. He's full of shit, isn't he, Mourinho?
It was anything.
He loves it.
Dean,
That's the only thing I can back him up with. We did have the better chances. But
are you going to sit there and say you thought you were the better team, though?
No, 100% not.
What, Tottenham against Liverpool?
Yeah.
No, Leicester.
Oh, against Leicester.
No, that was against Liverpool, when he said to Klopp.
He said it both times they would.
No, Liverpool were the better team, but we had some good chances. But yeah, they were definitely a better team.
You think that's him trying to galvanise the squad and say, look, we're better than them?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's just doing a Donald Trump, like, you know. I'm still the best team, even though they fucking lost 2-0. Like,
pressure off the players if they've lost, doesn't it?
Donald Trump goes, we'll build a wall around this team. We'll build a wall around the team. Don't let him in. Don't let him in.
What do you think you do, Ken, until January? Do you reckon you just try and get till January and try and get someone in?
Just, I don't know, really. Just stay on suicide watch. Just try and stay strong till the end of the season. I've got my closest looking after me. That's all I can do, and just ride it out.
Obviously, you can't go out and get like exactly who you want in January, right? But I even think like a central midfielder and a striker. You're not going to go and get obviously a 40, 50 million pound ones, right?
Hey, you can't sign anyone anyway, Kev, because tier 4, mate. You can only sign regional players.
Yeah, if they're in the same.
That's right. You must have some fucking players coming up to retirement. Well, you're only down the road from us. We'll have some of them.
Wouldn't that class as a support bubble, would he?
Yeah.
That'd be classed as your support bubble.
He certainly would, yeah.
Or your, what is it, your childcare?
Oh, no.
What?
Well,
Oh, my fucking God.
One
Talk to
nil.
us.
West Ham, 1-0.
Yeah.
Who scored?
But he's offside, you dirty Spurs.
Oh no! He's a little rat.
What is it, his armpit?
That was a really good bit of play, actually. He took a quick free kick. Declan Rice just made a lovely little bending run at the top of the 18-yard box. Received the ball, one touch, past the keeper. Nice little finish, to be honest with you. That was a bit unlucky from him.
You lucky fuckers.
What
I've
does
got to be
everyone
honest, my
think
view
of
on him, my view on Declan has changed a little bit because I thought I don't think he's quite good enough to get in. Every game I've seen him since I've said that, every single game I've just thought.
Totally agree.
I was going to say that. What does everyone think of
I was a
him?
bit like that on him as well. I thought, yeah, he's decent, but he's not all that. But every game,
I'd go and get him. I'd go and get him in January.
Like Henderson was a few years ago. You sort of don't want to say he's up there because you don't feel like he's got that quality. But every game he seems to produce, and you can't deny it.
Yeah,
Do you know my thing is when Man United were linked with him a couple of years ago, and it was like, oh, £80 million they're going to go and get him, and West Ham obviously would have snapped your hand off because they're desperate for money. And I was like, he's not fucking worth £80 million. But do you know what? Like you say, every game he's bossing it for West Ham.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
He's looking so sharp. I mean, I watch him, and in the tackle, when he receives the ball, when he wins the ball, and then he gives it straight away to. He does everything right. Like he very, very rarely gives the ball away. He very rarely misses a tackle. Yeah. He's 100% committed to everything he's doing. He's a quality player.
He's a physical presence as well, man. Yeah, I think he's good.
I prefer him over Grealish, but they're both fucking dead to me because they turned down the Ireland place. Bastards.
So bitter, Paul. So bitter.
Well,
They don't fuck away even with them two players.
Different players, Paul, as well, aren't they? They're very different players, to be fair.
You know, like I think the Ireland jersey is just like a fucking training bib there now for the England team.
Yeah, well, if you can't get in the England team, you take the Ireland jersey, didn't you?
Kenny,
Yeah.
I've got a suggestion of a player. Go and get bloody Fabregas. We said it a couple of weeks ago. Go and get Fabregas back from what do you call it, Monaco.
There's absolutely no doubt about it. He would do a great job.
Oh,
without a doubt. Of course he would. Without a fucking doubt. Are you going to be any worse than what we've got in there, is he?
Go and get Giroud. Get Giroud from Chelsea and get
Fabregas back.
Get the old boys back.
Tactical Zola getting in.
Ben Chilwell's coming off.
Yeah, Santi was always rated Santi till we got that injury.
Chilwell's coming off.
Chilwell's just come off. Emerson's come on. He rolled his right ankle. He ain't recovered from that.
That's both your fucking starting fullbacks then missing.
We're lucky we've got 4 defenders on the bench, so Mason Mount corner. 1-0. Get him! What a header! Thiago Silva.
No way. Oh, fuck you, buddy.
First goal, is it?
Bullet header. Lovely whipping for Mason Mount. 6-yard line. Thiago Silva. Bullet header.
That is a joke.
What's that, Dean? You're a joke? Yeah.
You're a joke.
Skanky, Woody. Skanky.
You won't win this
Who
game.
did he lose?
You will not win.
Jared Bowen. You couldn't even run with him. Jared Bowen's on the
You
penalty
ain't going
spot.
to win.
That is terrible defending. He literally just stands on the penalty spot and doesn't move. Thiago Silva runs straight past him and he stands still. That's a great header, though, to be fair.
Chill well.
So, Kenny, your next Premier League game on Boxing Day is at home to Chelsea. What are you saying?
I think that'd be a draw or something, don't you? 0-0, something like that, again.
What do you reckon, Wood? Are you? Is there any fucking any part of you concerned about that game, or is it?
I'll be honest with you. It's one of them. Chelsea are so hit and miss. It's one of them games I cannot see you getting a result in any way you spin it, right? But it's the sort of game that you will get a fucking draw or
Beat you in the FA Cup last time.
Yeah.
Can't see it, man.
And there's absolutely no hope.
Come on, Kenny, I
That's
believe
what
in
we're
the
gonna
team. Come on.
I've got mate. I've got no belief in these group of players, man, at all.
I think we need to start hard and fast against you, just like you in the sack, Kenny. Just fucking hard and fast and just have it.
Get it done. Get it over with as quick as possible.
Satisfaction.
That's it. I can't see it. I mean, we're not. The thing is, it's not just that we're not scoring goals. I mean, apart from the Everton game in spells, we're just not playing fucking well enough.
Too slow, isn't it?
It's far too slow. Like you see Liverpool on that counter attack yesterday.
Yeah.
Fuck, you know, I watched. They were flying up. There was like 4 or 5 of them gone. I'm like, I haven't seen that from Arsenal once, man. You never see it. We've got quick players up top, and they're just fucking not. Yeah, Martinelli, man. I'm happy Martinelli's back. I think he's going to be rushed straight into the starting lineup because I think he's someone that can come in and make a difference. That fearless player.
I'm looking
Arsenal
forward to
used to be known
January.
for being fast, though, didn't you? Like, even though your defence for years was always shit, and you just sort of got by adding a defender now and again, but your attack was always fast, wasn't it? It's what you was known for. Always, you knew, yeah, Arsenal score, but we'll score more against them because they defend.
Another Chelsea corner, 11 minutes. Another Chelsea corner, Mason Mount taking.
Fucking hell. Wood.
Jared Bowen marking Thiago Silva again. And it's away.
Think they learned their lesson with that one.
We started the game quite well, to be honest with you. We started passing nice and sharp, on our toes, in at the tackle, not giving them much time on the ball. It's a good start, but I think West Ham are dangerous second half, really. That's when they come out their shell a little bit.
Is this a cup game, Woody?
No, it's a league game, isn't it?
Oh, is it league? Is it?
Sure it is, yeah.
Monday Night Football.
Cup Wednesday, isn't
Not
it?
yet.
Is it Wednesday, yeah.
Tomorrow for us. We've got City tomorrow. It's tomorrow, isn't it, Paul?
Oh, tomorrow, Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah.
For the League Cup, is it?
Is it tomorrow? Surely.
Yeah, tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Well, and Tottenham.
No, I don't know when Tottenham are. Who
Oh,
you got today now?
Wednesday then.
Look,
Oh, yeah, Wednesday, Tottenham, yeah.
Or is that when
we're playing Arsenal, but we're very slow as well at the moment. So, like, the only thing that Arteta has that
Oh, should have been two. Should have been two. Werner across the 6-yard box. Great little cross in. We moved the ball from left to right. Lovely little dink play. Mason Mount just fires it across about 3 yards out, straight across the box. Werner's inches away with his foot. Oh, mate.
Are West Ham looking threatening at all here? Or has it been all Chelsea?
Apart from that Declan Rice chance, not really, not at the moment. They haven't really been able to get out. We're quite easily controlling the game.
Where is the game, Woody? You at home, is it?
It's Stamford Bridge, yeah.
Stamford, yeah.
What's West Ham's track record down to you like?
It's not bad, actually. They seem to quite often get a result against us, West Ham.
On the rivalry,
They
isn't it?
don't feel like they still can get something out of this, I suppose, will they?
Boys, he's
I
not
mean,
doing
if
too
it goes-
bad there, is he?
To be honest with you, if it goes in at 1-0, I think they'll be quite happy with that because most of their games, second half, that's when they've come out and actually changed their game.
Yeah, I can remember they did that pretty well against Arsenal second half, didn't they, Ken?
That's right. There have been a few games this season when the second half they've really come out firing. Mark Noble's got his first start, which I thought he might be chomping a little bit more than he is, to be fair. He's doing a lot of running like he normally does.
Isn't he about 41 though?
Yeah, but you know, he's actually number 16, Kev.
I'll have him. I'll
It's
have him
good.
at Arsenal.
Werner started nice and sharp again as well. It's nice to see. He's been moaning a little bit recently that he's finding it quite hard and physical in the English league. He said he knew it was going to be hard, but he didn't realise it was going to be quite this hard. Every single team, you know, some teams are waiting all week to play against you because they're not involved in anything. And, you know, you've had 3 games during that week.
But he's getting assists, isn't he?
Sorry?
Werner, he's getting assists.
He is, but we need him to be scoring goals. And to be fair, he's had the chances to score, and he admitted that himself, to be honest. He said, I've had some really good chances to score, which I know I should have done. But, you know, I'm just finding my feet, and I'm pretty sure and confident I'll be able to score goals in this league. So
At least he's getting the chances. At least you know what I mean?
it's nice to see. Yeah, it's nice to see he's not shying away from it and acting like, oh, well, you know, he knows that he's going to score goals. It's just, you know, he's got to wait. It's going to come. I'm going to miss some, but I'm going to score as well. So
But you got the best fucking Christmas present for him, then, man. Boxing Day, he's playing Arsenal. Like, if you're a striker and you're out of the fucking goals, and you know what I mean, play Arsenal, you're guaranteed. Or if you're an ex-player, do you know what I mean? You're guaranteed.
We'll see how we do tomorrow anyway. Like, but I think
It might be different, Paul, tomorrow because we're gonna have. Well, actually, I don't know what he's gonna do. Selection.
Be a bit of rotation, wouldn't there? Both
Yeah.
Yeah,
big controversy here.
What?
Aspilicueta's gone and chased the ball right to the corner flag. He's kept the ball in, it looks like. Lions lady has not risen her flag straight away. Just as the ball's come back on the line of the byline, she's raised her flag. Referee's allowed play to go on. It looks miles off, to be honest, but he's allowed play to go on. Tammy Abraham's dragged back. He's scored from it. Just looking at it looks like the ball's gone fully behind the line, to be honest.
Lovely.
It has, yeah. VAR's checked it. It's gone behind.
Kenny, would you take Jack Wilshere back?
That's fucking ridiculous, Dean. Like, they're bad, but they're not that bad.
He's
Yeah, I
finished,
don't
isn't
know,
he,
man.
to be honest.
Because that'd be.
He just get injured and fuck
He was
everything.
There's all the heart,
YouTube,
doesn't he?
He was
He
on
has all the heart, but not. He
Who
can't.
was
His body
doing the
can't
card
do it.
pay for?
It's easy to sit there and say that.
Political saying that. He's going to join like political saying.
As soon as he does pull up fucking
Yeah, that's his hometown, isn't it? What's his hometown? Where McCoy play from?
Harpenden.
Nah.
Who are you on about? Jack Wilshere?
Jack Wilshere, yeah. He's been training with like, I forgot what they're called, near us. Who did Louis play for?
He's in Harpenden.
Hitchin.
I don't know why we're talking.
Hitchin.
I don't know why we're talking about Jack
Might
Wilshere.
go sign Hitchin.
Hitchin had a good little team, mate, to be fair.
That's where he grew up. He grew up in Hitchin.
Dog shit.
They said if Arsenal wanted you to come back, would you? He goes, my heart's at Arsenal. He goes, do you know what I mean? He's still young.
His heart's, he's not still
He's
young.
28. He ain't. He's
He's
born.
playing for Arsenal team, but he's not good enough to play for him anymore. And you can't be injured. He couldn't even make it at West Ham. He's never going to get
No,
it.
exactly, no. That'd be another. That's the sort of signing we would make. To be fair, we probably will fucking bring him back.
3-year contract.
We'll probably
Contract.
break our transfer fucking record on Theo Walcott in January just to get him back in.
We need him back. We need the old
Hey,
squad.
imagine it now. You look at the players you've let go. Walcott, Giroud, bloody, what's his face?
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Mate, imagine getting them back now. You'd have a great team.
It's
I wouldn't have Theo
shame that
Walcott back.
Nicholas
I'd have the other two. There's no place for Theo Walcott in that team. He's fucking the same.
Walcott's in a higher position. He won't go down the league.
Oh,
You take him right now.
oh.
That's a tough one there now.
Oh. Declan Rice crunching Pulisic. Yeah?
Sandy Cazorla, you take him back right now.
I mean, he's retiring, isn't he?
Right. It's a shame that Nicholas Benton's retired, really, isn't it? Because I mean,
Yeah. You take Bentner, Kenny. Don't
what
tell
a guy! What a
You take
guy!
him right now.
Arshavin.
Jeffers, he was good, wasn't he? Francis Jeffers, take him back.
Best under 21 player ever.
Not anymore, mate.
Oh, you're right. And Nketiah now, isn't it?
He's still starting in the Premier League. Fuck knows why, man. So fuck it. If we surely won't start Nketiah against you lot, but fucking.
I
What
think
about Jermaine Defoe, Kenny?
Hey,
What about Jermaine Defoe?
fuck off. What's the matter with you, then? Honestly,
Troy Deeney's available, I'm sure.
I get that you're enjoying it that we're down there, man. But
Oh, mate, we're going to join you, buddy. Don't
it makes
you
no
worry.
difference.
It's only a matter of time.
Where you finish if you don't win anything.
All the way down.
We're gonna finish below you, mate. Don't worry about us.
Oi, on a serious note, you should look at the Chinese league because all their players are getting their wages cut, ain't they, to like 53%, or I think they can only get like 53 grand a week now.
Who's playing out there?
They're Billy.
All the players that have gone there, they won't be going there anymore because their government are like, no, we're not putting money into the football league now, so we're stopping it.
Oscar's still over there, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
players there.
take him back straight away.
Few players.
Oscar be-
But
Who did I see that Hulk's going to be playing for? He's
that
rejoined.
Wolves, but they got blocked in it. I thought they got blocked.
Did it?
Fucking
Yeah.
hell, imagine
Oh,
them
oh,
doing
oh, bit of danger in the area. Looped up.
But Hulk's about 36 though, isn't he?
I don't know. I thought it was like 33 or something. 30.
No, I thought he's.
Yeah,
Zlatan,
no,
35, 36, killing it.
Yeah, Torre is still available.
Yeah, I saw.
What about Higuain, Kenny?
he wouldn't go Arsenal.
Yeah, good
He
point.
was shit for Chelsea.
He was shit, but he wouldn't go Arsenal.
All right, here's a question for the rest of you then, right? Serious fucking question. If you're a player and you're looking to move, right, decent enough player, and Arsenal and Tottenham both come knocking on the door, where would you go?
Tottenham.
Well, that all depends on what position I played and who else was at the club. If I was a striker, I certainly wouldn't go Tottenham.
Yeah.
You
Striking.
ain't getting a fucking game, are you?
Yeah,
That's
no way.
great.
Well, no, yeah, but all that aside, like, just hypothetically, like club-wise and everything like that, where they aren't, you take everything into account, where would you go?
I'd probably go Tottenham. I don't like to admit that. I'll probably go Tottenham only because they
Yeah.
feel like Tottenham are going on an upward trajectory, whereas Arsenal are sort of on a downward spiral. So
Yeah.
that would be my only thinking.
Well, like Arsenal need a defensive midfielder, so I'm hopping in.
7 p.m.
Yeah, that's
Is that? I mean, there's still a part of me, just a fucking little glimpse that thinks maybe because we said from the start we knew it was going to be a step back. We were sacrificing.
Oh, Kante slipped. Haller's in.
Go on.
Aspilicueta covered him
Oh,
beautifully.
fuck off, Woody. You're making it.
Mate, he did a Gerrard. He did about 10 yards in the halfway line. He was one-on-one. He slipped, and then Haller just nicked the ball, but Aspilicueta swept round him.
Hell, stop making it sound amazing.
Chelsea fans
done
don't
that
back
one, and now you're quoting it as well, he's doing a Gerrard like it's a thing.
Yeah, it was a thing. It was a thing. Get the bar.
It's a
Oh,
wonderful
he
thing.
slipped.
I think we won that league that year. I'm pretty sure. So like I'm all for it.
You lost the Champions League,
Yeah,
right?
I think you did win the league, Paul, but I think we beat you 2-0 that year.
You know.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Back to your question, Kenny. I'd probably still pick Arsenal. I fucking hate Tottenham.
Yeah, good lad, Charlie. How could you live with yourself? Imagine being a Tottenham fucking player, man.
I'm not being funny though.
Dele Alli and that. Fuck that. Jesus.
I'm not being funny. Can you imagine? You've got to keep Dean happy each week. It doesn't matter what you do.
Hey,
Never keep him happy.
That's easy. Lamella manages it. He hardly plays. When he does,
If
he's
you're a
shit.
professional footballer, and you're talking about professional footballer for footballing reasons, you'd be a fucking idiot to go to Arsenal. I ain't being horrible.
I don't, mate, honestly.
In this situation right now, you'd be brain dead to do that.
Fuck that. Don't make anyone look shit.
I hate Tottenham, but if you was a pro footballer, you fuck your career. What are you doing? No thank you.
Right, take this into consideration, right, for a minute. So imagine you're the fucking board at Arsenal and Arteta come in and you like it because we all liked him, didn't we? Like when he's doing before even he played his first game, he said all the right things and everyone was like, yeah, he's gonna be fucking good, this geezer, man. Like rave reviews from fucking ex-Man City players and Pep, obviously. So and the boards would have had a conversation with him and he would have made it clear, look, we're gonna have to sacrifice to start with going forward and just bombing up like we do to get this right, this structure. The thing is, another fucking leaking goals, but we were quite good defensively when he first came in. Like he did make a big difference.
He shored it up a bit, didn't he?
So we knew, and the board knew, that it was going to be one step backwards first of all. Like we accepted that. The players he's got, and fucking the hiccups with players like Guendouzi and Torreira being homesick, Ozil being fucking whatever the problem is there. We accepted the fact that it's going to take a little while, and we had to take a step back. This is the fucking step back, man. It's a bigger step than we thought it was going to be. But is there still...
took a step forward first by winning the FA Cup. That's the problem.
You overachieved.
Man, we'll always win things. We'll always be there or thereabouts, won't we?
But that was the honeymoon period, you know. Like even Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer had a honeymoon period, but like
And then he got a contract, Paul, and then fucked it up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you could listen. Whoever took over that job at Arsenal, if Aubameyang stops scoring goals and dips in form, you're fucked because that's all we had last year anyway, and everyone knew it. Like Dean said it all season. If Aubameyang stops scoring, you'll be down at the bottom of the table. And they showed you stats, didn't they? And they showed you like this is what it would look like if they didn't have Aubameyang.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's fucking what's happening.
Yeah,
and it's going to take time, man. So that's not Arteta's fault. He can't have a handle on that.
Do you know that, though, Kenny? You're saying that, you're assuming that. Because what if his man management is so poor that he's not motivating and giving that player the confidence he needs to score them goals?
When you get 300,
What if he's not motivating them players behind him? What if the midfielders, they're all shit and he's telling them they're shit, so they're not confident? They're not doing all the things that expressive footballers do because he's not man managing it properly.
He's definitely not saying everything that he would like to say, Arteta, because he could save his own skin by coming out in the media and go, look, I've inherited a shit squad here. It's a fucking mess. Like throughout the club is infected with fucking people that are not good enough to be here. So it's going to take time to sort it out. It's not going to be 1 or 2 windows. It's going to take fucking time.
I feel like he's in a win-win. He can't really lose because when I see him in the press conferences, he looks relaxed. Sometimes he looks like he's not really that bothered. Almost like, I know what's happening. You just have to sort of get on with it. You know, we've lost some, we've won some, we go to the next. And he's just not really bothered. Not that I want him to be crying his eyes out on that, but you just think, show a little bit more like passion, like, you know, belief or not, or tell us, you know.
But how is he going to offload all this dead wood? Because like the thing is, you have to try and sell some of these players like Xhaka and Ozil, who like aren't performing and have proven like every time that they've come on or. Like
this is another issue we've got, and it's actually the biggest fucking issue at the club. Like, there's so many players there that are not good enough, man, or their heart ain't in it, and they're getting paid astronomical.
What are you going to do when 14 fucking players leave? Seriously, you're going to have so many players leave.
There's not that many. There's not that many players leaving at the end of this year.
Realistic. Seven players.
Yeah,
hopefully,
the thing is, this movement players on
their contracts, and if we can offload another 2 or 3, yeah, that'd be a good number, man.
How much money you can have to spend to replace them shitters, even the shit ones?
Yeah, but I mean, there'd be something there for that. I mean, you look at it. That's if we got rid of 7 players, the players that we're looking at, that's going to be close, if not over £1 million a week. in wages. That's no
These
fucking.
You get rid of 7 players.
These
Like 100
these
million.
players you've got to move on. This ain't like one transfer. This is a few transfer windows. Because, like you say, you can't move loads on. Look at Man United. We've still got Jones and Rojo and all that. It takes time.
Is Jones still there?
Yeah, but it takes time. You like Kenny. You said it last week, didn't you? This thing you can't just go right. There's 6 players, get them out unless they're like youngsters or like they're not really in it. This is going to take time, and it's not like like January's not going to sort it. The summer's not going to sort it. This is like a couple of transfer windows.
First bit of pressure for West Ham here. 2 corners. First little bit of pressure for West Ham. Oh, 2 headers back in the 6-yard, scrambling away. Oh, shot over by Sushek, whatever his bloody name is. Rubbish.
Good player.
The thing is, Ken, you know, you're saying about the rebuilding and that. You knew this year it's going to be a bit. Do you know what I mean? Because you're rebuilding. No one was expecting. Everyone was expecting 7th, 8th, 9th, not fucking 15th, 16th, 17th. Do you know what I mean?
That's because
How low are you willing to go to fucking?
They overachieved at first, and that's the problem. If they didn't like win the FA Cup and go like do as well as they did, the expectation wouldn't have been as high.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's not that bad. It was like that good. You're like, actually, all right. Now, if he gets his players, because he'd done it without his own players.
Yeah, true.
He's got his some of the players he wanted. It's like
January is going to be a massive eye opener to every Arsenal fan because I want to see who he signs. I want to see, even if it's just a young player that he's got his eye on that could change a few things. I want to see who he's actually going to try and bring in to change things because he has to. They have to if they're going to support him. He has to say we've got.
They've got to know what they're doing in the Premier League. Surely they can't.
Right, mate. Honestly, what the thing is,
say settle them in.
I want to see what direction
you go out and fucking buy some English players or players that are playing in the Premier League now at smaller clubs even that would do a better job.
Yeah, Championship teams, isn't it?
Without a fucking doubt.
Mm.
Like, why can't we go knocking on the door at West Ham and get Declan Rice and fucking Mikel Antonio and get Maddison in from Leicester? I don't know if he'd want that move, to be fair. But spend some money, man. Go all out. Spend some fucking money.
I can't believe Maddison hasn't gone to what I say a top 4 club. He's, Leicester are doing really well, but I just can't believe no one's put the money where their mouth is in. I think he's a class player.
They wanted too much money, didn't they?
How much are they asking for him?
They wanted, like, when we were sniffing around, they wanted like 80 million. Then they wanted some other team to come in. It was a bit like, and at the time, he had like the whole, like, because he's a bit of a bad boy, isn't he, off the field? He antics, but yeah, I think we were looking at him and it was like £80 million quote, and it was like, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's an English team,
But yeah, I think he's a class player, to be fair. I think he's a good player.
A young English player who's performing, there's a premium on it straight away.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's be realistic, Kenny, right? Chelsea are probably going to get rid of Jorginho. He'd be mustard at Arsenal, surely.
Yeah, man. I didn't want him at the start of the season, did I?
Emerson Palmieri, Alonso, all these players that are fringe players that he's not interested in. Christensen, all of those players I'm mentioning are better than what you've got. Way better.
Rudiger would be perfect for Arsenal.
But there's 5 Chelsea players that you could get in that team now that would probably transfer that squad. Like,
yeah, I think we've had enough fucking Chelsea players. Thanks very much, didn't you?
Really, ain't being funny. I think Arsenal would take any of our midfield squad. Any of our squads here are midfield. Whether we're in a B team, C team, anyone. Even fucking Fred. Even, do you know what I mean? Players like that. Arsenal.
Fred alone.
Oh, mate, Fred and McTominay.
Fred alone. He does a job.
What I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's just second string, really.
Listen, I don't think we could be too hard on Arteta. It's easy to say, yeah, but the man management, he's got to get these players playing better. But if they don't, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah, I'm saying
if you do everything right, they go on the pitch. And I bear in mind, no matter what he does, he's got a shit centre midfield. No matter what he does in the game, he has to play shit central midfielders because that's all we got. So now you're fucked. You're already disabled in the middle. And then going forward, if Willian, who's a fucking good player, man, Willian was a good signing and everyone here knew it. And Willian's not fucking doing anything. Aubameyang's not doing anything. Lacazette's a good footballer, not doing fuck all. Pepe,
surely it's confidence.
Ridiculous stats, doing nothing. Well, you can't account for that.
It has to be confidence then, doesn't it? Where are they going to get confidence from?
Where they get it? How can they be confident looking behind them? Like they're not making runs because Ceballos ain't going to find them. El Neni ain't going to. Shaq sure as shit ain't going to fucking find them. What's the point? What's the fucking point? Like they know they're not going to get anything. They've got to do everything themselves, like what Saka's been doing.
You still think the structure he's playing, formation, everything's right for the team? You don't think that's worth switching that around and changing it?
I think it's right. I think it's damage limitation every single game because we
I
get.
don't think he trusts the
players.
He doesn't trust the players, does he, to change it? He doesn't trust the players to change it.
I don't know why he don't do a Tottenham. I don't know why he don't go fully defensive and just play ridiculous counter-attacks with quick players and just say burst every time we get a ball, 5-player burst, bang.
Well, this is what we were doing. This is what won us the FA Cup. This is what we were doing. But now we've lost that burst for some reason. The players that were quick ain't fucking quick now. Like,
let's say when Partey's back, right? Let's say if you play one defensive midfielder and then have three, like two wingers and an attacking midfielder behind Lacazette or Aubameyang, you know?
We still need to find somebody to play in there with him, Paul, because Partey will get exposed if he's playing.
Yeah.
Partey can't do it all on his own, can he?
What happened, Wood?
Pulisic on the edge of the box. He just took on two players and got stuck under his feet just as he crept into the box.
How's he started, Pulisic? We want a big performance from him.
Yeah, he's not done too bad. He's not really been in the game much, but good little touches here and there. He got clattered a little while ago by Declan Rice. Smashed up in the air. But yeah, no, he's looking fairly sharp, to be honest. The game's a bit ping-pong to me. Last 5 minutes, West Ham have had a good couple of little chances. Just starting to get a little foothold in the game.
Go on, Ian.
Good for them.
Yeah, just having a little bit more possession as well, West Ham. Last 5 minutes, they've kind of kept the ball a little bit more.
What minute we in? Half hour, 30 minutes or something?
32, yeah.
Yeah, Kev, Partey. No, that's the thing. We'll end up just going, right, Partey, you do that. We've got no other fucking good central midfield.
He can't do it all on his own. He's only one man.
He'll get exposed, he'll get caught out, and then everyone will be saying he's shit.
Then he get injured because he's a sort of player that would put his body on the line and end up getting injured.
Yeah.
When he just overdoing it.
I still think, honestly, man, our strongest 11 is decent. Like, we do need another central midfielder and we need to add. But our strongest 11 doesn't include players that are playing every week at the minute.
The team you've got
strongest 11, Kenny. I want to hear your strongest 11.
What? Who would I start?
Yeah, your strongest full 11.
Well, obviously, Leno. I actually like Callum Chambers. He's a fucking solid right back, but he's been in and out of fitness for a while, and I don't know where he's at with it. So I watched him play in I think it was a Europa League game the other day. He looks all right. But for now, Maitland-Niles, like the way he played.
Yeah, Maitland-Niles decent. Yeah, okay.
He was man of the match for me.
Yeah,
I was surprised he didn't get it. Central defence, like strongest 11, everyone fit. I'll go for four. I'll go Gabriel and Mari. That Mari, I haven't seen too much of him, but
why don't they play him more?
He's been injured as well, man.
See?
This is the other thing. Like, it don't help. It don't when you ain't got a decent squad, and then the decent players you have got are fucking injured. Like, still don't know what's going on with Saliba. No idea there because he looks fucking decent when you see him play for the young'uns, but not good.
Tierney left back, so yeah, that's a good defence, good keeper so far.
Isn't it? Partey just in front of him.
Yeah.
Probably have to be El Neni, you'd say.
Yeah.
Unless I'll go for maybe Chambers at right back. You could put Maitland-Niles in the middle. I don't know if he's a bit lightweight there. Anyone but Xhaka, put it that fucking way. Let's go Neni. We'll go El Neni. We'll go El Neni and Partey.
Because he's playing more regularly than anyone else, so that's fair.
4-2-3-1, yeah. So them two in the middle.
Yeah.
See, this is where we're going to struggle, isn't it? Because on paper, name-wise, it looks good, but if you go on form, who the fuck do you play?
No, pick by name-wise, not on form at minute.
Stronger. I'd still put Martinelli in there because I think the thing is you've got to leave Saka out, isn't you, if you do that?
Yeah.
Saka's proven he's a decent player.
Yeah, I think Martinelli will get more goals than Saka will assist, though. That's the thing. I think I'll go Martinelli. On the right, Willian. Last season's Willian. And then up front, Aubameyang.
But like you say, Kenny, that's not a bad team. If they're in form, that's not a bad team.
I've still got 10 to put in there as well, haven't I? So I could play Saka and Martinelli.
You know what? Players nowadays, they're fucking poor, aren't they? Like, they don't scan for shit. I remember Frank Lampard and then defensemen, when they get the ball, they're constantly doing that. They're always looking to surround. I just watched a perfect run by Werner. He come up to Pulisic halfway line. All he had to do was pass the ball straight on, and he would have been in. But he didn't even look. He just went to receive the ball and turned straight into 2 players and just took the ball off him. He's fucking poor at this sort of level. You've got to be scanning. You've got to know what's around you on the pitch.
Yeah.
Drives me fucking mental.
You know who was brilliant at that, Woody? Ronaldinho. You ever just watch him run?
Oh,
Like,
Yes.
he would move side to side with his head. Just so he was always scoping the area.
Do you know what? I think we're in a bit of a false sense of security with this game because we always say, like, oh, the game's so fast now, it's so this. We assume that the game is so much better than it was. But I quite often watch some of the retro games of 70s and 80s and maybe even 60s. And some of them players playing on them shitty pitches, they were class. They were really clever footballers and really, really, really tired.
That's what they always say, don't they? They say put George Best. They say, don't they, put George Best on the pitches and and Pele and Maradona on the pitches they have now without getting tackled. They said they would get like thousands of goals.
Yeah,
they would now because we ain't got the defenders that we had back then either. So they're fucking.
Because they literally used to get like 2-footed tackles, didn't they? I mean, they literally used to get battered.
Well, the game is definitely faster. Obviously, it's faster than it's ever been, but I don't think the quality of the players dramatically gone up through the roof. We always get the special players here and there, but the standard of player. I mean, look at Matt Letizia. He didn't really get that many England caps and the rest of it. He was a class player. Some of the goals he scored, I remember seeing an interview with Xavi, and Xavi said he used to watch him in the Premier League when he was growing up. He used to watch Matt Letizia. Xavi.
Well, I think players these days now are like too focused on how they look rather than how they're playing as the team, you know?
Yeah.
I seen Raheem Sterling try and like literally he'd dribble 3 or 4 times and stop each time rather than just go shoot for a fucking goal. He had 2 opportunities to shoot whilst he was dribbling, you know?
Do you remember Arsenal were known for? Sorry, what was that?
I was going to say, I like the other day when David Luiz stayed on the pitch when he had to bandage his head up and stuff like that.
Warrior, man. Dying fucking brute.
I ain't down off unless I'm on a stretcher sort of thing, you know?
This is the thing, right? Now, you can watch your team lose. You can watch your team have a real bad run of form. Now, back in the day, if I was watching Ray Parlour and fucking Martin Keown and boys like that, like Ian Wright and fucking, like, if we lost a game, it's because we were unlucky on a day, or even if we had a bad day, but they all gave it everything, man. Yeah. And you could never question that. But when you look at shit now, like when I said about Aubameyang pulling out of 50-50s and stuff like that, that's just fucking unacceptable, I think. Like,
it's nice now, isn't it?
I think that's the sort of thing where people would be clapped. Your team would get a round of applause coming off the pitch because your fans know they've put everything into that. Like you said, they've challenged for every ball, they've gone in for every tackle, and sometimes you're just not good enough on a day. And you can accept that. Yeah. Even the team is dying for it on the pitch, and you think, fair play. There's nothing we could have done.
That's the thing.
That's the football these days, though, isn't it? They're making it different. It's all like small players that are playing these sort of balls. Where's the next Woody? Where's the next Dean Chase?
Where is the next Woody?
Big, tall, strong, power. Where's the other top? Where's the next Steven Gerrard? I'm not seeing them.
That's the thing. You know, when Roy Keane always hammers players, and then sometimes he'll go, actually, that's right. It's because when a player, even if they've lost, when a player's putting their body on the line and they're giving it their all, he's like, nah, he did a good shift. And you're like, fucking hell, Roy Keane. But like you said, it's not all about making it look all fancy, but it's when that player is giving it his all, and he always says that, Roy Keane. He's like, no, it's not good enough. And he says it about De Gea. He's like, no, he's not good in it. It's not good enough. And then when he does have a better game, he's like, yeah, he did all right. He's like, no, I want a player like Scott McTominay. He was like, no, he put in a good shift. Do you know what I mean? That's, like you say, you don't get play. I don't know. It's like they're too nice. Like, it's a bit too nice nowadays, isn't it?
But it just shows, doesn't it? Ability doesn't mean anything if you're not willing to fucking make the effort. Like, we've got ability for days now forwards.
It's that old saying, mate, attitude is more important than ability. And it is. You can get a shitty player that has a fucking banging attitude that can make it to the top because his attitude is 100%. But you can have a player that's like perfect example, Ravel Morrison. Was it Fergie said he's one of the best players he's ever seen come through, ever? With a shitty attitude.
The other way round, Jordan Henderson.
Jordan, that's a great example as well. His attitude is so good as a professional and for everyone on the pitch. Why would you not want him in your team?
Yeah.
And you could forgive Henderson for having a bad game. You would forgive him for having a bad game. Even if he gave the ball away and they scored from it, you'd be like, oh, it's just one of them things. He's playing football in the middle of the park every week. One of them things. But when they're doing it on a weekly basis like Xhaka, and they don't do the good bits, they're not a fucking leader on the pitch. They make silly mistakes. They fucking choke slamming people and can't complete a pass or a fucking
Every
tackle.
time you see Henderson play as well, always 100%. Always.
Yeah, you're not talking about a
100% shouting at people. Like,
Why is that not? That, I mean, that
That's
should be the
what
fucking
Declan
bare
Rice-
minimum.
Sorry.
yeah.
That should be the bare minimum. Like, what are we talking about here? They get paid shitloads of money. Like, fucking get on there and just put a shift in, man. It's 90 minutes. Go and do it.
I think that's why Declan Rice is getting all the plaudits that he gets now, because you can see he's exhausted every time he comes off that pitch. You can see it written all over his face. He's given everything he's got.
Yeah.
And it makes all the mutual fans admire him.
Yeah,
You know,
he'll be 3-0 down, and he'll be chasing in triangles, chasing. You'll think, fuck me, is there anyone else even on the pitch, like helping him or what?
I think it says a lot when a player is standing out and getting talked about, not because of his skill, but because of how he's putting himself in the games and like putting himself about and that. Like, and that's what I think stands out.
Give it 6. Here we go. 3-on-2. Come on. Make the right choice. Yes, Werner. Oh!
he's missed it. What happened?
Keeper saved it. It's a shit effort, though. Everything right, and the shot is poor at the end. Don't hit the corner, hits it straight at Fabianski, and it hits his leg and goes for a corner. 3-on-2. Pulisic picked the wrong one, though, to be fair. He had Werner left, Tammy right with a defender in the middle. He should have gone Tammy. He's put it onto Werner's left foot, and it's a poor shot.
How long's left, Woody?
It's 42 minutes at the minute. Corner to Chelsea.
Kenny, can you imagine being paid 100 grand a week and not trying in a match?
Oh, man, it's fucking crazy.
Coming off at 60% going, well, that was a bit difficult, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Fucking
Doesn't make any
crazy.
sense to me. It'd be like a privilege to play for free, man. I tell you.
This is the thing that Arteta said, that like the non-negotiables that he talked about at the beginning, it was effort and attitude and stuff like that. And if you're looking at a good player, or Ozil, he's talented, man. You can't say he's not talented. When you look at it, he's not making an effort in training. You can see why he gets left out. Yeah. But then the players that he's got to stick by that then, because otherwise it looks bad to the youngsters. If he drops players like Xhaka and Bellerin, who are committed to the club and good attitude in training, leaders around the place, or Xhaka anyway, I think that's the predicament he's got. And it's like, and we said as well, he's already upset the apple cart because of some of the players he's fucked off and left out. How far can he go with it? With love in an ideal world, it's ain't Football Manager. You can't go in there and fucking mutually terminate 12 people's contracts, which is what you need to do at Arsenal.
Time down.
He's going to have to play him. He's got to keep the little individual cliques happy that will involve players like Xhaka and stuff like that. It's hard, man. I'd say it's a fucking hard job.
Like what you said, Kenny. I mean, if you say, show me that you deserve a starting place in this team, I need to see it in training. You show me that work rate and that effort in training, you'll be in the team. And then people like Ozil just turn up and fuck around. How frustrating that would be to see the players with that talent not wanting that starting place in the team.
So I think the funny thing as well with Ozil, right? They keep going on about it. It's not just Arteta that had him out of the team, because Emre tried to do it as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
he had him in the team, tried it, and he just dropped him because he was like, he's not offering enough. So he's
and then
not.
Lundberg brought him back in after Emery left. Lundberg took over as caretaker, didn't he? He brought Ozil back in. Nothing, man. Nothing. It's crazy.
Do you just loan him out just to kind of go, look?
No one wants him, though, Paul, do they?
No one. He wouldn't go. He wouldn't fucking go.
He'd get his loyalty bonus, then. He'd get like £2 million loyalty bonus on top of his wages.
Yeah, well, he's only on $350 a week. We've got to top it up.
Oh, okay, yeah, I suppose. And, yeah, I suppose.
London's expensive, Kev. I think.
Yeah, true. He's got a baby as well, so, I mean, we know how much that costs.
Yeah, so he's one of the players leaving, I'm sure.
He's paying massive wages as well. You've got to keep him for that, haven't you?
Yeah.
In hindsight, Kenny, do you think it was a bad thing keeping Aubameyang or getting him to sign a new contract?
No, I think Aubameyang will be back. Aubameyang will be back, won't he? He'll be in the goals again. There's no way that he's done for now. Like, it's just that fucking thing that I said. Like, when it rains, it pours. It's like it's everything that could go wrong.
You just want a couple of goals, don't you? You want him to get like a couple of goals. I mean, you just need a game.
He did. He scored. He scored against Southampton, and then I don't know what happened. A knock in training or whatever they said. He's missing for the very next fucking game. Just as he's like, I mean, things like that, you can't help. Like, so when he comes back again, he's going to be a bit rusty again, and we've got to fucking wait for him again to get
You
match.
not think though, you just need that one game where it all just clicks, and you don't like win like 4 or 5-0, but I don't know, you win like 2-1 or 3-2 or 3-1, but you've played well, but you've got the result where that's the thing at the minute. It don't really if you play well, but
I think, and it's hard as well because that works for teams with good players. Like you look at Man United, and you might have a couple of shit weeks or whatever.
Exactly that.
But when it comes down to it, you've got decent players in that squad.
Yeah.
Like
I was just about to say that point. Aubameyang playing in Liverpool's team, he'd be top goal scorer in the league right now.
Can you imagine
He'd have 20 goals by now.
And the thing is, right? Like, do you get a player in to challenge the position and give him a bit more hunger to get back in?
I mean, he's going to be playing on the left, isn't he? So that's where Aubameyang plays predominantly. But now with like Saka's probably our most informed player this season, and you've got Martinelli coming back, who are both left-sided players as well.
Arsenal should go and get. I just thought about him. Is that one from Celtic? Is it Edward
or something?
Yeah. Go and get him. You'd get him for like 20 million. Go and get him. He's a young striker. You can play him with Aubameyang or play him when Aubameyang's not playing. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't waste any more money on attacking players. I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't.
I think you don't need someone else though.
Sort that fucking centre of the pitch out. We need 2 or 3 players.
You're right. They do need someone else. They need a striker, a proper striker.
Nah, honestly, I wouldn't waste any more money.
You need a proper striker, mate. I'm being serious now. You need.
But then
you realise our striker won Golden Boot, didn't he? Like last season.
No, but I mean, like a fucking Giroud. You need someone like that.
Yeah,
They need a
Aubameyang can't hold it. Giroud will bring players in. Bang. He's there. He brings them in.
They need a creative midfielder. They've got no. If you look at the midfield, who is a creative?
Yeah, we need creativity in midfield. We need a bit of skill in midfield as well. We don't need strikers. I don't need more goal scoring players, man. Forget about it.
You've got a defensive midfielder. You've got one of the best defensive midfielders there, right? So position sorted with that. Creative midfielder next to him. There's nobody. You're picking out the best in your fucking squad. So
don't get Jack Grealish, for fuck's sake, from Villa, going off for them £80 million.
Just do it. Exactly. Just do it. Fucking pay for Madison.
The money.
Just do it, man.
Arsenal have got the money.
I think you need a Bruno Fernandes in that team to really turn things around.
Yeah, 200 million, 250. You can have it.
You need someone like that. You need someone really creative and just fucking putting the balls on for people flat out.
Neves from Wolves is decent.
Yeah.
Go to Wolves and go and get Martinho or Neves.
Podence. You could raid Wolves, and you could probably get 2 or 3 of their players for probably 100 mil. Neto.
And get Connor Cody.
With Gabriel. Are you seriously saying if you had Giroud, you would be playing him every single game?
We would at the minute, yeah, without a doubt, because we can't play through the middle of the park. Without wide crossing, it would fucking suit Giroud.
If you had played Giroud every single game,
captain.
That'd be your squad right now.
Make Giroud your captain as well.
Oh, mate, we should never got rid of it. You know how I feel about us selling Giroud, man. That was a fucking bad decision.
He'd lead by example as well. He's the sort of example for the younger players that you would crave him for right now.
Come on, let's talk about it, Kev. Let's talk about it, Man United. We spent too long on Arsenal now.
Yeah, let's move it. This is 15 minutes of fucking Arsenal.
6-2.
Right, so first, Woody, what was the bet we had?
The bet was I said Man United would win 6-2, and they did.
I said they wouldn't.
Yeah, you said they wouldn't, so you owe me a tenner.
Oh, yeah, and you wanted to draw.
Shit.
Leeds were going to smash Man United.
I ain't going to lie, they let me down big time there, didn't they? Really.
And I said, no, you can't have the draw if you're going to smash us.
They look like a strange Leeds, to be honest with you.
So weird, isn't it?
They just, I don't know. Man United started pretty good, but Jesus Christ, they just absolutely collapsed.
I have to admit, I give up. I let Dan James off. I do give him a rough ride.
Good goal, man.
He did all right. It
was a pretty comfortable win, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, to be fair, I don't think he was like brilliant. They said, oh, he was class. Well, he was all right. He didn't do a lot in the first half. It was more the second half where he got his goal, which he took well. But yeah, Leeds are a strange one. I get a bit over the top. I think this loving Leeds is a bit over the top. Yeah, they are good, but defense, they haven't got no defense.
That's their style of play, though, because of their style of play.
That's about you. I'm not being funny. You can't sustain that all the time. But then saying that, they went and beat Newcastle 5-2. Was it 5-2?
They can score goals too, though. Like they did score two. Like
They
against
could have had
you.
a couple more before against us. Could have had a couple more if they were a bit more clinical.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought we done well. To be fair, I wanted us to score more because I thought Martial got through.
Shut the fuck up, Kev.
Yeah.
No, but did you not see Martial? What did you say about Martial the other week? How much he frustrates you? Did you see him go through?
Do you know what? I've got to be honest here. I know I said that, and then I had a little look at like that ball. Who slid that ball through? Was it Pogba? What a beautiful stuff. And it wasn't Rashford. It was Martial that ran onto it.
Yeah.
And that's just a perfect ball for a striker. You're going one direction, slide ball, hit that first time. Any striker, any Teddy Sheringham, Andy Cole, any of them would have just banged that first time.
Yeah.
You have to take a fucking touch and fuck it all up.
Yeah. No, every time he misses something, I'm like, for fuck's sake, and I always think of you saying that he frustrates because he does.
But who'd have thought 3 minutes, McTominay on a hattie? What the fuck?
Oh, McTominay, did you see the one for his second goal where he spun it around? It was like,
that was a lovely touch. Let it come across and did brought it down on the inside.
McTominay is a good player. He does his job.
He has a good attitude as well.
Yeah, I think, Joe, what he's a good player. He does his job. He comes in big games. You can see why Solskjaer plays him because he trusts Pogba. He trusts McTominay and Fred so much more than he does anyone else at the back. He just trusts them so much more, and he knows what he's getting with them. And
how old is McTominay, Kev?
24. So it reminds me a bit like Darren Fletcher. So basically, Darren Fletcher was playing for us, and then he got to about 23, 24, and then he sort of came in the team, and that was it. He was always in and about the team. He was never going to get sold. He was never going anywhere.
Darren Fletcher. I think McTominay's better than Darren Fletcher, isn't he?
I don't know. Darren Fletcher did.
I have to say, Kenny, they are.
No, Darren Fletcher, he did get us a few important goals and crunch. He always did his role. Like there might be games where he's just got told to be a bastard in the midfield. But McTominay does it, and I like him. He's grounded. He puts in a good performance, and he gets in with tackle. He don't take no shit as well, which is that old Scottish sort of.
You know what? That's another thing we just talked about. His attitude is fantastic. Just imagine he's a bastard in training as well.
That was Jose playing him, wasn't it? Jose made an award when he was at Man United. He made an award. Was it Manager's Player Award just for McTominay because he was so impressed with him because he knew he could go to him and say, right, that's what you do today, and he did it. And that was when he was like 20.
He looks really fit lad as well, doesn't he? He looks like he can run for hours.
Yeah, he just gets everywhere. Like literally, he's not a defensive midfielder because a couple of times he's been played as a defensive midfielder. He's not a defensive midfielder. He's one of these midfielders that sits in the middle. Well, if you say to him, look, just cover, he will cover. But then you say, right, attack. Today, you're just going to go for it. And that's what he did on against Leeds. He knew, they played it really well. They just broke up the play. They broke Leeds up so many times.
Don't get me wrong. Leeds were missing in the middle of the park, Ken. There were so many big open spaces there. That was silly. But
I noticed that he were up
in midfield. Brilliant. Like I said, he should play further up. His runs going through midfield into the box.
Yeah.
Great runs.
Yeah. No, defensively, we still made a few. But I think, to be fair, until we get some decent centre backs.
Do you agree with what Roy Keane said when he said, other than Liverpool, Man United are probably the best of the bunch?
Yeah, I'm not getting into that yet.
I don't know about that.
No,
do you agree with what he's saying or not?
No, not unless to come till the end of December. If we're still where we are, like sort of near Liverpool, not too far off, come the end of December. Come the end of January, then I might think it. But only takes a couple. I'm not being funny. I'm not taking anything for granted, Man United, because only takes a couple of games and. You
could concede 6 quite easily again. That's the thing.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly that.
There's a lot of games close together in the winter as well. So you might kind of lose one, and then it just kind of.
This is my thing with Solskjaer. He likes to make a lot of changes, and that was my thing on when we get to Leeds. I was like, has he made too many? Because he did that at Cardiff. He made too many changes every game. He weren't even playing Champions League or anything then, and he changed. Sorry, am I boring you, Paul? That's the thing with Solskjaer does make a lot of changes, but to be fair, he worked. To be fair, Dan James and that he swapped it around. Pogba doesn't get a look in; he gets a look in now and again. So no, I wanted a little bit more. I wanted Cavani to score. But, it weren't to be. But, yeah, it was all right. It's a good game because everyone's all playing Leeds. It seems like as soon as someone's playing Leeds, it's like, that's it. And it's like, well, not really.
Look at the greed there. I wanted more. Kenny would love a goal, even just a
I
goal.
know.
I want a fucking 7 or 8 goals.
Oh, I
That's
remember.
You know when you're boring Paul.
Because Liverpool won. I was like, come on, we got to outdo Liverpool. And
You
I
know
was
what's
thinking, come on.
actually, Kevin, I saw earlier that the same day, the same match week, anyways, that Liverpool lost 7-2. We go and score 7 goals. It's the same day that you let in 6 goals and you go score.
fuck.
Yeah,
Fucking hell,
because
is
you
it
outdid
really?
us, didn't you, on that Sunday? That was when,
Yeah.
it's mad, isn't it?
That's quite interesting, actually. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
you'll know when you're boring Paul because you just see him do this. Right, boy.
Back in the game.
Little pick me up, Kev speaking.
Right, who we got next? Who's Man United got next? Let's have a quick look.
Let's talk about Dean. Spurs.
Dean, what happened there?
Yeah, thing.
Talk about Kenny. Let's talk about Spurs.
That's the.
Oh, mate, fully deserved, man. We're shit. Honestly, I'm down with Kenny right now. I really am.
Fuck off, Dean.
I am, mate. Look at the league table. Kev.
Such a
Look,
prick.
he's got
He goes
games.
up and down like that, doesn't he?
I think we were about 7th and we were like 1st fucking week.
No.
Hey, we're coming right down. You know what I mean? You can't keep playing that, Woody. Like, defending, like, fair enough if you're winning. Fucking then do what you have to do. Why are you doing that from the start?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
you're 5th.
Dean, if I'm honest with you,
You're taking the game to them.
you're probably the only team in the league that most psychologically, if you go 1 up, most teams think, fuck, this is going to be really, really difficult because we know what Mourinho's like tactically. So you can't say we keep defending like that. You've had probably a run of 5 games.
Losing, Woody.
Mate, you've had 5, 6 games together. You've
We're
defended
fucked.
perfectly in 5 or 6 games and you've turned teams over by your defending. You've had a couple of games when you've been off. I don't think you're going to be down with Arsenal. We can't be serious.
No, mate, fuck, I can see it
Yeah,
going.
wait, he don't mean that. He's
Hey,
taking a piss out of Kenny.
Liverpool, then Crystal Palace, and then the 3 days later, Liverpool go and smash Palace 7-0. Like, just
Yeah,
proves
but nobody saw that. Come on, no one saw that coming.
Dean,
Palace that
Dean,
bad.
the thing is, right, Dean,
Palace.
Oi, Dean, with the Liverpool game, do you not think Tottenham fans suddenly seem to expect that you was going to get a result there when really you should be like, well, what we get, you know, if we got a win, it'd be great. But I just think Tottenham, for some reason,
every fucking club, don't you?
yeah, but do you know what I mean? I just think for some reason Tottenham fans just expect as if you were going to win, and I was like, hold on a second, Liverpool are going to raise their game.
They lost at home for like 2
I
or
don't
3
think you
seasons.
did bad. Was it second half? I think you did all right. Liverpool were just, I'm not being honest, they're champions, so they know how to play like that. But you didn't do too bad against them.
If you'd have said to me at the start of the game, will you take a draw, I'd have fucking bitten your hand off, mate.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I don't think you were that bad against Liverpool. It's just, I'm not being funny. Liverpool, they're just
To be fair, out of 3 games, Liverpool, Palace, and Leicester, Liverpool was probably our best game. Palace was shocking, and the game against Leicester, shocking. Not good enough.
Yeah.
Not
Like,
why are you letting them batter us? Take it all up in that, and then we're not really doing much up there anyway. No, I don't know.
This season, haven't they? That when it comes to the bigger sides, they step up. And it's like the game they expect not to win, they play better in.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
just thought 100% we'd lost against Liverpool, we'd drawn against Palace. I thought we've got to win this. We're at home, we have to win this if we're going to maintain that sort of Leicester right where we are. Bang, we lose.
Leicester are a funny one, though, aren't they? Because Leicester can go and smash teams like, and you think, wow, when Vardy's on it, and then other times you think, oh, Leicester have lost.
With their squad,
really struggle.
a couple of injuries to their squad, and they're
Yeah. Well, you think take Vardy out of it? Let's be honest.
yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, they fully deserved it. Completely can't. They fully deserved the points.
But you know, it's like, do you not think with Mourinho, he's causing a bit of stir with saying things? Do you not think that's clever by him? Though it's typical Mourinho. He's taken off of Tottenham because you're not really talking about him losing as much. Do you know what I mean? Where it's talk about where he's saying, "Oh, the better team lost" and stuff.
Yeah,
we're not really saying about Tottenham losing. Really, we can talk about Jose. He's not stupid. He knows.
We're missing what Arsenal missing. Like we have been actually. Apparently, we're after Modric again for January, which we need.
But you
old now, but we need someone.
Don't need Modric, dear.
No.
But already, that's what we miss. We miss someone like an Eriksen that can open that, because we haven't got that midfielder that can do it. Who's calm on the ball? Who's, do you know what I mean? Who's got it?
You're playing a different style of football, mate. You're playing a different style of football, right? Who's you going to take out the centre of midfield to put an Eriksen in there when you're playing a counter-attacking football? Seriously, yeah. Eriksen is a possession style player. It's the same with Modric. Yeah? They love the ball.
And then you have
to have the ball. Them players love to need the ball at their feet. They need lots of little touches. They need possession on the ball to do their thing. When you're playing the way you're playing, you've got 2 powerhouses in midfield. What are you going to take out of there?
No, you got 3 in there. We played 3, didn't we?
Oh, you got Højbjerg.
Yeah, Højbjerg, Sissoko, and the ballet normally.
That's what I'm saying. You've got 3 powerhouses, and you're going to take.
We miss that player that can, like, I'll tell you, it's Moussa Dembele. That is exactly what we need. A player, yeah. He's got the ball back to goal. There's 3 players around him, all on the high press, and he just does them all. And then bang, we're going. We haven't got that. We need someone. Even Son can't do that. Son, when he's got plenty of space, he can go. But back to goal, we can't turn a player and go at him. Do you know what I mean? We haven't got no one that can do that. And I think we're missing that for that because we ain't. For the striker that we've got, Woody, we're not really causing much.
Do you think against Leicester though you fucked up because you played 3 at the back against Leicester, didn't you?
Yeah, played into their hands.
No, that's poor to me.
You played 3 at the back for Maddison's goal, which was a superb goal. There was
He took Oreo off second half.
There was 3 against 3 for that, and they were literally in between each one of your defenders with 10 yards in between each. That's shocking.
All right. I can understand where Mourinho's coming from though. Their goal was an own goal and a penalty that Oreo, I don't know what the fuck he was doing there. He ain't done that for long while.
That's just one of those things with him.
No need for that.
That's one of those things with him. He's a great player, but he's always got that bit about him that one time, like Rojo with us, you know that he'll beat the shit out of someone and just get the ball, but then there's that one time you think, oh shit, we're going to get a red card.
What's he trying to do there, though? Like, what the fuck is he trying to do?
Spastic. But the thing is, I don't like Doherty. I'll be honest with you. Every time Doherty's played, near enough, he's been fucking wank.
He was all right at the start, then. To be fair, he was consistent, all right at the start.
At the start, he would. Do you not think that's down to
I'm used to my right backs like Cole Walker, like Ben, the fucking go, just go at them, just stop. That's not good enough, mate. Ain't good. Doherty, I thought he was a lot better when he played for Wolves. He was scoring loads of goals and that. He's doing nothing like that. Tottenham. Obviously, we play a different way or whatever, but fuck.
Dave, would you sign Gareth Bale permanently the way it's gone so far?
What?
Would you sign Gareth Bale permanently the way it's gone so far?
No.
I don't think you will.
He was the saviour though a couple of weeks back to you, wasn't he? He was the saviour, the Messiah. We got Bale, you were saying.
He scored a header, but as I said, he can score the odd header in that.
I don't think he can stay fully fit now because I reckon he is literally since 2018, he's only once played 4 games in a row. That's bad.
Yeah.
If he went to a team where he's the main man, it would have been.
Paul, wouldn't matter. He's not good enough, mate. He's lost it.
That's the half the thing.
Honestly, I'm a Tottenham fan. I'd love it. He's lost it. He might prove me wrong in a couple of weeks, couple of months down the line. He might.
I think
he's lost it. He's not good enough, Paul. He's not good enough at all. He can't play in the Premier League. It's too fast and too energetic. He hasn't got it.
I didn't mean the Premier League. Like, let's say in a lighter league, like Italy would suit him.
Yeah, maybe Italy. Yeah, maybe Italy.
For something like that.
What do you think of the rumours that you're going to sign that Damari Gray?
Mate, yeah. If you said sign Damari Gray or keep Bale, I'd take Damari Gray 100%. And that's not me being.
You would have said that at the start of the season, would you?
What?
You wouldn't have said that at the start of the season.
What about is it McNeil for Burnley? Is it McNeil, the winner?
Yeah, he's not bad.
He's not bad. He gets a lot of talk about, doesn't he? Quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think that Damari Gray. I think that's an Arsenal signing. If I'm honest with you, if you can get him for 20 million or something like that, that's an Arsenal signing all day long.
Yeah. But what's the other geezer for Leicester as well? The left wing. He's fucking quite Barnes.
Barnes. You're going to pay a lot of money for him. Yeah. He's class. Liverpool will link him, weren't they, Joey?
Yeah, we will. I actually have a feeling he'll end up at Liverpool at some stage.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's a brilliant player.
Where would you sign then, Dean? If you need to sign players, where would you go? What are you looking at? Creative midfielder.
We need, like I said, we need an attacking midfielder, like a De Bruyne. I was saying that, like an Ericsson, Modric. I know we're not going to get him players, but you know what I mean. Someone like that who can do that, like a Moussa Dembele back in the day. Like I said to Woody, he's got 3 players coming at him on the fucking trying to tackle him, and he does them all. And we're attacking them. We've got no Harry Winks can't do that.
It's just the way Mourinho's got you set up. I don't know that it would suit players like that. I think that's why Ericsson started.
Got to beat this press because all we're doing is going backwards, sideways, and then we're just kicking it out to nowhere. We can't.
What about someone like Maddison, Joey? Someone like Maddison? Do you not think someone like Maddison would suit?
Yeah, Maddison, perfect. And we should have signed him. Maybe we were looking at him when he was playing for Coventry.
Dean, I just got to jump in there, will you? I'm actually on FM now, and I was just doing a bit of scouting. A player come through, and his name is Hans Koch. I don't know why I found that hilarious.
Potential, Joey. Has he got potential?
Nah, it doesn't look like it.
Like the sound of him.
Right. Hands
We
cocked.
kicked off, Woody. Second half
Yeah,
start.
just kicked off, mate. Yeah, half minute gone.
Any
Kenny, do you
changes?
think,
No
sorry,
changes yet.
Kenny, going back to Arsenal quickly.
Oh, for fuck, why?
You not think you'll go back for that midfielder? You know that has one you was going to get.
Samoa.
You know the one that played. Is it Lille or Leon? He played.
Samoa, yeah, he's been linked. I think he's going to Salisbury or something, and he's been linked somewhere else.
Oh, sir.
Mad.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what they're going to do. I honestly have no idea. I haven't even heard rumours and stuff. I heard rumour about one
Hey,
player.
Just a quick one, Joey. Did you see Haaland tweeted Minamoto when he scored his goal the other day?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a rumour mill going on there that he's still got a good relationship with him. That'd be a great little signing if you could get him.
If we signed him, we're unstoppable. Sorry,
Yeah,
no one.
why he
Hey,
got
imagine that. Imagine Minamoto pulled that signing in for you.
Yeah, I know. He'd be the best signing in history. Like Minamino, 7 million, and then because of that, we get Haaland.
Yeah, he don't do nothing on the pitch. He just gets Haaland.
Just gets Haaland in. What an agent, mate.
That's why he's actually an agent in disguise, you see. He can just play a little bit.
Paid 7 million just to agent Haaland there. Fuck.
You're right.
I'll be honest with Tottenham in a minute as well, which you lot might disagree with, but every year he does it. Every single year, and you lot might think, yeah, he's fucking quality. Every year, son, he fucking drips big time. Did you watch the Crystal Palace game? Did you watch the Leicester game? How many times did you see son? He's shocking sometimes, honestly.
Oh, mate, you're a fucking idiot.
He is, Woody. Woody, he does it every year. Every year, it's about 10 games.
Right, listen, this is different, right? Firmino, great player. Joey's getting frustrated with him earlier in the season. Yeah, Joey's saying he's just not the same player. He's just, and obviously we know he's got the quality. We know he's got a. You fucking mud the geezer off has been carrying you for 3 fucking years.
Mate, he's quality.
You pay
Woody's quality, yeah, but they sound like he's one of the best players in the world. And that Ronaldo does it week in, week out. Like Messi does it week in, week.
No.
Son doesn't. Let me tell you, he doesn't do it week in, week.
Yeah, but you are Tottenham. Why would you have a player like fucking Ronaldo or Messi? Don't listen. Just
You're
because
comparing them to two
you're getting carried away again.
Yeah.
No, listen, you're getting carried away again because you've had a few good results, not performances,
Mate,
results.
I've seen
right?
Kenny. I've seen world-class players play. Gareth Bale's playing week in, week out, performing every week, scoring bangers every week, smashing every week he played. Son doesn't do that. He's not world-class like Bale was.
Yeah,
Like Son has the shoulder.
Did you see how many times Son picked it up? Every time he gets it, he's scared. He gets the ball, he's back to goal, he's like, and he just passes it back. Like,
It sounds good when you're on the offensive.
What?
You lose something. You lose something when you play that style.
Right, let's just ask something, right? Kenny, would you take Son at Arsenal?
Yeah, cool.
All day.
Barry, would you take him at Liverpool? Because I think he would fit in at Liverpool like a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woody, would you take Son? I know you've got 20 midfielders.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, of course you would. You all would.
Find a place for him.
All day
You all
long.
would.
So would I.
Ain't like people saying that he's world-class and all that.
Have a question.
You paid 22 million pounds for him, and he
He
is.
does this every year. He plays quality and then he drips, and then he plays quality and then he drips. And
Steve,
But Harry Kane's always done that. Harry Kane's always
Eden
done that.
Hazard. Eden Hazard, world class, Dean, or not?
what?
Eden Hazard, world class, or not?
Yeah, he
He
had
was at
back
Chelsea, yeah.
He wasn't Chelsea, but
Yeah.
he wasn't every single week consistent at Chelsea.
No.
He still had their
Right.
weeks where he was like, where the fuck is he? He's gone missing.
Yeah, they do those players. though.
Every time I see Hazard play Chelsea, he was fucking world-class.
No, he didn't. Not all the time. He didn't all the time. Hazard would you go like, what's he going to do? And he's nothing. And then other days it'd be Hazard. The game would all be about him. Other days he would literally just go from nothing. Would he? Like that was the thing. He was so frustrated.
Them Ronaldo and Messi's we're talking about, they're such a rarity in the game. Most players don't turn it on. I think Firmino's world class. I think Salah's world class. But we have games like Joey's most of the season. Like Firmino's been nowhere. He's been missing chances. But you could tell he's still a world class player. It's just form is not there at the moment. People like Messi and Ronaldo, their form's there every single
Yeah, but
week.
the thing is as well with Messi and Ronaldo, right? They don't. Sometimes they don't even have a good game, but because they score a goal.
They score 2 goals and have a shit game, Kev.
Yeah.
That's what they like.
Did you ever, was it Kenny? Was it you that went? Was it you that watched Messi in Nou Camp and you said that guy don't do a lot, but he literally doesn't walk around. Literally, don't do a lot, and then suddenly he just comes up and scores a goal. And that's it. The game just talks about him scoring that one goal.
We should be comparing fucking Messi with Tottenham players anyway.
No, but that's the thing, Dean. He is well. I'm not being funny. I hate to say it, but I think Son is world class. Like for you, I think he is world class because I think he just. I think you've got your standards are a little bit too high.
Wait, how long ago was it he run for about fucking 7 players from inside his own box and scored a... How long ago was that,
I
Nick?
wish you could do that every week, wouldn't he, man?
Don't we all?
Nobody does that every week.
No, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You can't go from up here to right down here. Yeah, fair enough, go there, go middle, but not fucking right down here where you're doing nothing.
Dean, there's games where I've seen you. There's games where I've seen you bag a hat trick.
Take some off for more. I'll take them off because I know he's not doing it.
There's games I've seen you bag a hat trick, and then the next week you bag 2, and you're a fucking star man. And the next week you can't even kick the fucking ball. You literally can't kick a ball. You're shit. Yeah. So there's weeks I've seen you do that. But what I'm saying is everyone goes through ups and downs as footballers like that. Not every game's your game. That's why I have tactics.
You're saying that Dean wasn't world class?
I wasn't going to mention Messi in the same sentence as Dean. That's for sure. Probably should be consistent. Some people are relatively consistent, but the Ronaldos and Messis of this world, they're phenomenons, mate. We're going to see people like that for a long time again. I guarantee it.
And as well, both Barcelona and Real Madrid, when he was there, and so they played they set up just for Messi and just for Ronaldo to score every game. Everything is about their goals and their.
For me, the way I look at it, like Bale and Son were the same sort of players, and like when we used to be under cost with Bale, we just give him the ball. Don't matter if we're under pressure. He's gone. He's going past you. Son, I'm not getting. Oh yeah, give it back. Like you don't want to grab it and fucking go. Do you know what I mean? I'm just comparing the two, I suppose. But
I know players go missing in games. I know that big players. Like you got.
Kenny knows that. Kenny knows that.
I know that better than anyone. But what I wouldn't do if he had scored. What's he? Has he got like fucking 10 goals already, Son, this season?
Yeah.
How many?
He has got 10 or 12, isn't he?
How many? Answer me, dude. 10 goals. How the fuck can you complain when he goes missing in a game? He's got 10 goals.
He doesn't know how many goals he's got. He's a Tottenham fan. He don't know how many fucking goals he's got, does he?
He is the most ungrateful fucking prick, honestly, man.
His shoulders are tired from holding that fucking team up, like. For fuck's sake, like.
Dean, I think you owe him an apology, man.
Leicester, against Leicester, I thought the whole team was shit. Harry Kane was the only one that showed a bit of aggression, a bit of, do you know what I mean? The rest of them,
now we're talking about Harry Kane, right? Dean, you're just going to back him up, right? Anyone else see this thing about Harry Kane backing into players and just making them fall flat on their arse?
Yeah.
Anyone else think about seeing this? He's done it quite a few times now. He literally backs into players and literally like they're falling like.
They say a player jumps, Kenny. What he does, he backs into him, but makes it look like he's been fouled.
Yeah, all good strikers do. That's their problem.
Yeah, I think that's good.
That's their fucking strikers' move.
That's a Ben Gallen trick.
Yeah, it's a Ben
Gallen trick all day.
Yeah.
But you have
I'd
to
still win that head. I don't get me wrong, but it's Ben Gallen trick.
Yeah.
World-class players can do that.
Nah, nothing wrong with that, man. I like all that sort of shit. If he ends up on his face, fucking so be it.
Yeah, if you can get away with that, that's good. That's crafty. That's not like diving. That's like, hang on, I've been here. I like
it's skill, isn't it? Surely.
Right. What do you reckon, Dino? You've got on
What a tough game, haven't we?
day after Boxing Day. You've got Wolves.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Why?
They've got no Jimenez. They've just lost to Burnley, man. Wolves are dropping off. Like,
Wolves are a weird one, aren't they? Because you can.
Yeah, I know they've got Podence and Neto still, but they need Jimenez in the middle, man.
Yeah, that's a Wolves win for me. That's a Wolves win or draw 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
Because it's weird because they play Arsenal. They beat Arsenal. What was it, 2-1, something like that? And then they beat Chelsea. All right, they play against Liverpool. They lost, but that's not surprising.
Burnley played them as well.
But then every other small team that they're playing against, they're taking a few beatings here and there, aren't they?
Yeah, they are struggling now.
Do you not think that Wolves don't have the pressure on them though? It's weird, isn't it? They don't seem to.
But they have lost Jimenez and Jota. Like you look at that, that's two big fucking players there that they had.
Yeah, Jota's, what's his name? Neto's there. Jota's.
Yeah. Oh, Kenny, without fail, put your bets on it. Neto will 1,000,000% score. All that Podence won't be known.
Yeah, man.
What do you think about Fabio Silva? Because I know he's a young lad and he costs a lot of money, but do we?
He looks alright though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks alright. Yeah,
He looks alright, didn't he?
You want to think on Football Manager, Joey? I have.
What's that? Have I signed him on Football Manager?
Yeah, I have.
I saw him from Porto when he was you could get him on a youth contract or something like that.
Yeah, good player.
Approach him when he's 16. Get it? It sounds like paedophile shit.
Sign that shit up.
I remember fucking when me and Joey were neighbours going back years and years. He signed a young lad before anyone ever heard of him. young lad by the name of Theo Walcott. Do you remember that, Joey? You found him, but you kept telling me about him before Arsenal even got him, I think.
Yeah, I remember Reyes as well. Iniesta, I can remember telling people Iniesta was going to be class. Just
Wait,
because
do you know what? When I was younger,
Company.
on the Football Manager, you won't remember this because this is maybe a bit before your time, but the one to sign was Danny Haynes from Ipswich as a 17-year-old.
Is he left back?
Right, now, striker. Honestly, he was unbelievable. You signed him within a year, he was banging in like 30, 40 goals a season. He was silly, mate.
What Football Manager was that one?
Ryan Babel, wasn't
I
it?
think that was
Ryan
99,
Ryan
2000.
Ryan Babel.
They always had like back then. They always had like a really random player that could just become the.
Carboni.
Yeah.
What was that one that like
Pony.
Tashalka or something like that?
Yeah.
Do you know my favourite player? My favourite player was always Luis Enrique in the 97-98 champ, man, because he literally played anywhere on the pitch.
Oh, he was class.
You could put him at left back, right back, centre midfield, up front, and he would always score goals, always get a goal.
Oh, Toe Madeira. Does anyone remember Toe Madeira?
We said we need to do a Football Manager.
Yeah.
90 goals every season.
Yeah.
Or Cherno Samba.
Samba.
Yeah, Sam was
Samba, yeah.
He was amazing, weren't he?
Yeah, back here. Julius Agahauer.
I remember on Football Manager, I think it was Championship Manager, I used to sign, what do you call it? What was your old captain, Company? Because he was a defensive midfielder then. Used to sign him all the time. Then Man City signed him, was like, I'm not buying him anymore, out of respect.
What was the other lad about? There was another lad about as well, Van der Summing. He was another.
Andy van der Meijden and Van der Vaart. Used to sign them from Ajax all the time.
Van Damme.
Oh, Van den Boer.
Yeah, that's
Arsenal signed him, didn't they? Arsenal signed him and he was rubbish.
I think he's actually back now on the
And
Woody, you got an update for us in the game, man. What's happening?
We're 10 minutes in, 12 minutes in. West Ham are putting a bit of pressure on. They've had a few corners, starting to press us on the 18-yard box. We're making a few mistakes, to be fair. We're getting a bit of momentum in the game. We can't seem to get out of our own half at the minute. Can't string a few passes together.
Last sort of 10, 15, Woody. Try and keep us on top of what's going on, man. Because obviously we ain't seeing it and it's still tight at 1-0, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool, mate.
Joey, tell us about
free kick.
how many goals you
35
scored?
yards out.
What's that?
Free kick, West Ham, 35 yards out. It's going to be a cross into the box. That's the fourth or fifth cross in the last 10 minutes that they've had in the box. To be fair, that's obviously what they're going for. They're looking slightly more dangerous now doing that, rather than trying to play it through us because it's not really working playing through.
Woody, do you think we'll go for Declan Rice in the summer?
Yeah, I hope so, actually, because I think he's another. Imagine him and Kante, the work that they would produce. That's just silly.
Beautiful, isn't it? Why are you linked
I
with him?
think Kante will be gone. I think you'll cash in on Kante.
I'd take Kante in a second.
I think you'll go at Real Madrid or someone. I reckon you'll cash in on him.
Who?
Kante.
I don't think he'll go. I think he's quite happy where he is, to be honest.
No, I don't know. I've got a feeling that not that he's a pro, because he's not a problem, but I just think you might be able to get a bit of money for him. And I think.
How old is he?
Is he 28, 29, something like that?
I think he is. Yeah, but why would
keep him for another 5 or 6 seasons and we'll have him.
Why would you want to cash in on a player? That's not the sort of player you want to cash in on.
But I just think.
The one that you cash in, like.
Yeah, that's bad business to cash in on someone like him, to be honest.
Do you not think Man United would come in for Rice and there'd be a bidding war, wouldn't there?
No, I don't think he'd want to go to United. I think he wants to go back to Chelsea because he's obviously in the academy here and he's got his best friend, Mason.
I was going to say Mason Mount's his buddy, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, they're always talking, and I think his heart is actually set on coming back to Chelsea, if I'm honest. He'll give 100% for whatever club he's at, but I think if he played in that heart of midfield with Chelsea, he would be settled.
I think, to be fair, saying that, like with Kante, would probably be better for him because I don't think he's great as just sitting there as a defensive midfielder because I think that's the problem. He's not just strong enough to just be a defensive midfielder. I think he's got someone near him. And I think if you've got Kante near you, I know if anyone's got Kante near you, you're going to be good. But I think with Kante near him, you're going to learn more as well, aren't you? I mean, bloody hell.
If you look at both of them, even Kante, he's got so much more to his game than just defending.
Yeah.
He breezes past people with a ball.
Yeah, he's good.
He always does when he plays United, Kante. He's always going on the attacking runs. Yeah, and he's a dirty little fucker as well when he wants to be.
Mate, Kante will always have a goal.
Yeah. He's got a lovely bit of vision in him. He can pick a lovely goal.
Yeah. Scored some lovely goals, Kante, over his
day.
Well, he's a shithouse when he wants to be, and it's great. Like, I love that.
He can be a dirty little fucker when he wants to be, but that's good.
I think he scored against Man City the game I went to watch.
Yeah,
Is that the one you won?
Oh yeah, Winnie, I think he did.
How many?
Actually.
I think he did. It was
I remember
I'm
that.
pretty
Yeah,
sure it was him.
top left, top right or
It
something.
was top right. It was top right. I was behind there in the shed end. Hey!
But like I like Kante even when he was in Leicester, but like the signings Leicester got from the French league are just crazy. Like, how much did they get him for? I think it was like $1 million or something.
Oh, they do.
Oh,
How do they do it? How do Leicester keep doing it? Brendan Rodgers. How do they keep doing it, man? It's annoying.
Well,
Isn't
here's
it?
the thing. Do you know what it is? When you don't have pressure on you, mate, when you're Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, whoever, you've got to sign big names. Every now and then you'll chip in with a youngster here and there, and it turns out to be a star like, what's his name, Martinelli at Arsenal. But when you're at Leicester, you can go out and take a little punt on this one. And if it works out, fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If not, you get paid a lot, move him on.
Yeah, there you go. And because there's no pressure to win anything. So you can just say, there you go. And if everything comes to good in the end, sweet, might win a league.
not only that, a lot of them in Europe, Joe, either are they? So they've got a whole week to recover from games. They're fresh in every single game. They look good in their games because they've had loads of time to rest.
Yeah.
Dave, go back to the Tottenham game just for 1 minute, because I don't think I asked you this. Like, was you pissed off with individuals after that game? Because I think I didn't hear anyone pull up Sissoko for whatever that defense. I mean, that was some Bellerin shit at the back stick. When that ball came in, you know, with the Alvarez's own goal.
Yeah.
Chelsea corner.
Vardy got the header off. What was Sissoko doing there?
I don't. Well, he covers Oreo, doesn't he? When Oreo goes forward, but
He weren't covering him. He was just fucking sort of floating into the right area. He had his back to the ball.
You know, he's always sweating it out, and he's always running back and forth, covering people. That's all he does. He's just a dog.
Dean, do you not think sometimes? Dean, do you not think sometimes Sissoko gets a bit of a free run where he can, I don't know, doesn't really do a lot, or he just, I don't know, he just makes mistakes, but seems to get away with it a little bit sometimes. Because I always feel that Sissoko can be really really effective, but then be really poor. Like
100%. I don't really like him on the ball. He's not really confident. But the one thing he does give you, Kev, he keeps going. Do you know what I mean? He's got a lot of energy about him. He's a lot of fitness, and he does keep going.
Let's go with it.
West Ham just had a chance. About 18 yards out, left foot. That's been quite a block.
Yeah, Kenny, load of players.
Hang on a minute, Dane. Go on, Wood.
Yeah. West Ham, they just had a little break there. The pitch opened up nicely for him. They played it up into Haller. He just set the ball back. He went to the right-hand side of the pitch, loads of space. Ball came back. Fornals had a shot, and it's gone out for a corner. Just come back. Mendy's just done a silly punch when he could have caught it for some crazy reason. West Ham have got it just outside the 18-yard box. Just going left to right in a minute. Mark Noble, Declan Rice. Delivery. Here it comes. And it's done. Goal kick.
So West Ham, man, it's off, isn't it?
You know what? It's quite an even game now, to be honest with you. It's one end of the other chance, and we're going up the other end having a chance. And,
is Frank drawing him in, do you think? Is he setting him up to counter him, or is it just an open?
I mean, if I'm honest with you, it looks like we're fading, and they're sort of getting a little bit of momentum going here.
Time to freshen it up, then, man. You got the players on the bench for it.
I think they're just about to make a sub. They're bringing that. Is it Ben Rama? I think they're bringing him on.
Boys, I'm going to be 2 seconds.
1, 2.
Hey, you're funny.
Don't lie then, Kev. Why are you going to be a liar like that? Yeah, ball's gone up the right wing. Haller's there. Yeah, they seem to have pinned us a little bit here. Yeah, they're doing the high press. Gone back to keeper. Yeah, we're just thumping it out. It's going straight back to the defence. They're winning the header first back, straight back on us. I can feel a goal coming.
Paul, do you want to talk us through the City game, mate?
Mark Noble's got it. Cresswell's got it. Oh, great slide challenge. That's for the quitter.
Feels like he's doing a decent job.
So, like, Southampton was good match, but it was pretty much all over in the first half. You know, there was a lot of positives when it comes to the defence as well. You know, Raheem Sterling scores goal about 16 minutes in. Nice little goal, like, you know, but for the rest of the game, it's all been kind of like we could have been more clinical, but you just see Raheem Sterling kind of dribbling when he could have passed it twice, and he could have had a shot on target twice as well. biggest chances really have been kind of coming from outside the box more than anything this season, I think. So like everyone's trying to have a bit of a go. So like Cancelo had a bit of a go outside the box. Gundogan has had a few shots, but they were all shots on target, which like I'm not going to complain too much. You made an effort, but the wasted chances are coming from overthinking. Like they will run straight into the box and then run out of steam because they've like ran too far out, so they needed to kind of pass it to someone or like go for a shot that's impossible, you know.
Quick update: we've had Jorginho just been sub 66 minutes for Kovacic.
We just shout out Riley and Jacob. They're watching live. Good boys.
Hello, Riley and Jacob. How you doing, boys?
All right.
Hello, lads.
Boys.
No swearing.
There's a comment in the chat as well. Daniel Green. Nobody's talking about Football Manager assignments.
That's it.
Taribo West on a free every time.
Oh,
yeah.
Taribo. Yes. Yes.
Every
Taribo.
time.
Christian Chivu. Remember him? Centre back?
I do, yeah. Shit. Good player, man.
What a player.
I'm a little
Kelly,
bit
you
annoyed.
reading the questions out as well in the comments?
Hey?
You reading the questions out? Because I got complained
That's
about.
I think that's the only one, isn't it?
Right.
I think that was the only one.
All right.
But when it comes to the defense, I think we have our defensive pairing because John Stones and Diaz are playing really, really well together, and they're actually communicating a whole lot better, I think, than Laporte and Diaz are. Like, Laporte is world class. There's no doubt about that. But at the moment,
World class, would you say?
like Laporte,
Yeah, well, you reckon world class?
I would like. But
Who's your class?
I think Laporte is world class. I think he's a solid defender. Like he's just not he's not had a chance to play this season, so I can't really comment.
Oh, is that through injury that he's not played?
No, I don't think so. I just think
Shit.
I think he's trying to find his kind of defensive pairing.
It's a bit weird though, isn't it, that you get Diaz and you had Laporte. Obviously, Stones just wasn't fancy because obviously he made too many mistakes in that. And you get Diaz and Laporte, and you think those two, and it's like you've got them two, and it's suddenly they played a couple times together, and it's like can't play them together. It seems like, doesn't it?
Ake there as well, isn't you?
Who? Sorry.
Well, I think
Ake as well. But he seems to be playing left, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was mostly signed to be kind of left cover as well as a bonus of being a central defender, you know.
Yeah.
But I actually really think with the defense the way it is and we're fully fit, it might be like, because the wingers, the wing backs spend most of their time up forward anyway. Why not try out a three at the back with Laporte, Stones, and Diaz with the.
If you played them, Paul, what would happen with injuries? Wouldn't you screw yourself over with not having?
Yeah, but like, I just really think you could get some really effective football from playing that position. I know you're putting a lot of risk on.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at it on paper, you have Kyle Walker, who's been consistent, but also he's some fast fucker, like, you know.
Oh, he's so quick, isn't he?
Yeah,
So
and Cancelo he's playing very well, but he's mostly attacking as well.
Still, even you say honestly, like this is going to come back to fucking bite me in the ass. I don't know why I'm saying this the day before we play you, but I don't see you. You're not as scary to me as what you were. Like I think you've done a bit. You haven't fucking replaced the players that have gone, man. You're a shadow of the side.
Someone said that the other day. Said about Man City, saying they've not got that. You used to fear six. You think, fuck, they're going to score like 5 or 6 against us, and they'll be relentless and going at us all the time. They don't do that anymore, do they? It's not.
They ain't going to play. They never replaced the players
like they did. Like it's really weird. Like you say, they have lost some players. When we've seen their replacements like Bernardo Silva, and what's the one from Spain?
Torres.
Yeah, Torres. You thought, do you know what? Good replacements, but they just. I mean, Torres has only been there.
Yeah, but you're talking about players like I'm talking about players like Yaya Toure.
Yeah, but like you say, they're not. They haven't got them.
You can't replace them.
It's the leadership. It's those players. They are the core kind of leaders of Manchester City back in the day.
You used to have about 8 fucking captains. That's what it was, wasn't it? Literally, half of them players were all captains for Man City.
Vincent Kompany, you couldn't replace Vincent Kompany as a captain.
No.
He was like when you think of a Man City captain, your first thought is Vincent Kompany. But David Silva is a big loss. He's like a leader in the dressing room,
Go on, Pulisic. Do you know what? West Ham have been all over us, I'd say, the last 10 minutes. Possession-wise, we're sitting so bloody deep. The last 2-3 minutes, we just pushed up the pitch. We need to stop playing on our own half. It's bloody embarrassing.
Any changes yet, would he? Any subs?
Only that Coventry. I think we need to freshen up. We need to start getting our foot on the ball a little bit. Possession is key in this game. We're letting West Ham have it, and we're just sitting back. And, we're not even when we get the ball. We're not really counter-attacking with speed or anything like that. We look tired now, to be honest. We look like we burnt ourselves out first half.
Welcome to my world, Woody.
It's like West Ham are just firing balls into the box. To be fair, credit to them. The last 10 minutes, they've played some good little bits of football and they've deserved a few chances they've had. But they've had one on target. We've both had 6 chances. They've had none on target. But I think we've had like 12 touches in the box and they've had like 26.
If you win that 1-0, Woody, you'd be delighted.
That's a good win. At the moment, the way it's going.
Sounded that way, isn't it?
I'm not being funny. The way David Moyes, which is good to see that he's actually got them playing really well. I think West Ham fans, if they moan about him because they're never fucking happy, they can't complain with Moisey because he's done a good job.
Yes.
That is never West Ham,
Fucking hell.
Take him Arsenal, Kenny.
Like Mendy just missed one there. Bowen whipped a beautiful ball in, and the guy in the middle, Souček, I think it is, instead of actually heading it towards goal, he's let it hit his head and it's gone up in the air, and he's about 4 yards out. He just needs to. He's 6 yards out. He just needs to head it towards goal, and he's let it come off the top of his head. But a little bit of shakiness in our defence. You can almost feel it. Feels like a goal's coming.
Who's at the back, Woody?
Nice to hear, Woody.
Silva's playing. Who's playing with Silva?
Silva and Zuma. But I think we need to freshen up. We put Kovacic on, which has given us a little bit more chasing down in midfield, trying to get that ball back. But we need to keep hold of the ball. We're doing 2 or 3 passes and giving it away.
You reckon Giroud for Tammy in the next 5-10?
It's got to be. Tammy's not giving us anything this game, to be honest. And I don't like the fact that he's putting Werner out wide and putting Tammy up top. I would rather have Werner through the middle. I think he's much more dangerous off his last man than Tammy is.
Do you not think Werner, he just needs to play in the middle like Hazard did?
Do you know what? It's a bit frustrating because it's one of them that that's his best place, but because he's got so many... Tammy can't really play out wide, can he? So Tammy's the target man. So he's sacrificing other people that are probably better than Tammy to fit him in.
Would you get Havertz on?
I mean, I don't think this is the sort of game for Havertz, to be honest. If I'm honest with you, I don't think he would.
I don't think West Ham would bully him.
I don't know if they'd bully him. I mean, Pulisic, are you going to take off for him?
I suppose you're 1-0 up. Havertz ain't that guy, is he? But maybe if they get an equaliser, you might look at Havertz possibly.
I mean, he's probably better for possession, actually. Well, not possession. He gave the ball away bloody loads the other day, didn't he? He gave it away about 10 times.
Yeah.
But he is quite creative. But I wouldn't take Werner or Pulisic off for him at the moment.
I like Pulisic. I think he's a really good player. He's underrated. I think.
He is, but,
Paul,
we're at home at the
top
minute.
4, do you think? Are you confident of top 4 still?
Not really, to be honest. Like the thing is, if we get in the top 4, we're probably going for the fourth spot. I think Chelsea are playing better than United. I fucking hate saying it. United are playing well. Liverpool are fucking playing well. So like, if we do get in, it's going to be by the skin of our fucking teeth because that's the top 3.
You would have thought that. I think
most of us said about Tottenham there. I rest my case.
Do you not think, Paul, you've got
to rest my case?
Paul, do you think you've got to sort yourself out quite soon? Like, do you think you need to sort of do it soon? Because if, like everyone's saying, that You leave it a little bit too late, and it'll be like, hold on a second, we've only got like 15 games left, and it's sort of getting into the.
Well, they're off the back of 2 wins, didn't they? They won 1-0, and then before it was it like 5-0 the week before that.
Here we go. Burners on the left. Nice counter attack here. Take him on, Timo. Taking him on, he's run straight into him. Gone out for a Chelsea throw. Poor.
Get him out of there.
Like we need a striker to come in. Look, I love Aguero, but he's not playing enough. Gabriel Jesus, he's not consistent.
I don't think he's good enough. He's not rubbish. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Gabriel Jesus is rubbish, but I don't think he's not an out-and-out striker on his own.
He'd be better as a number 10.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, right? If he's playing in Brazil, he's playing on the wing.
Yeah.
That's.
He's
like,
not a striker. He's not a striker.
No. But like the thing is, right? Look, the way Man City play, one striker gets injured, then the other striker gets injured. You know.
Mm.
So like, I think we need a third striker. But I think this is the
Barney
time.
would be awesome for you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
Would he? What's going on?
you go all in. You go all
Chelsea
in
Pro.
for Haaland
On the
or
third.
Mbappe.
Would he?
Yeah, there's not much going on, mate. It's a Chelsea throw near the halfway line at the minute. 76 minutes on
I think
the
we should
clock.
stick with you for the next 30 seconds.
Huh?
I think we should stick with you for the next 30 seconds.
Right, it's gone back to Zuma. It's gone back to Mendy. It's all the way back again. Big pump up. Tammy's held it up nicely. He's gone to Mason Mount. Nice little counter attack. Werner's got to make a run. He's into the 18-yard box. Shifts it onto his right. Tammy's there. It's a goal. Dino, great call. I'm going to see it was a VAR. It's going to be a VAR because it looked like it was offside. He's scuffed it. Timo Werner. He's cut inside on his right hand side. He's gone to scuff. He's scuffed his shot, but it's gone perfectly to Tammy, who's made a run through. So just having a little look at the replay. Tammy gets the first touch out to Mason Mount, gets the ball down, runs at it. Timo cuts into the 18, takes it onto his right. He's well onside. I don't know if that's a pass. I thought that was a shot. If that's a pass, that's class.
Fuck's sake.
No, he's gone to shoot. He's gone to shoot, and to be fair, if the shot was on target, he's coming right inside the post. But Tammy's walked in beautifully literally into the path of the ball. Side foot.
Look at that cheesy grin. He's delighted.
I needed this side, man.
We did need that. They were getting some momentum, West Ham. They're not a bad team. They do play some good football in parts.
We need it. What do for a win right now? What do anything?
It's nice that Tammy's got that goal as well, because I think he would have been sacrificed the next 5.
How you're feeling, Kenny, but fucking I'm gagging for a win, man. 3 games without a win.
That's it. But like the thing is, with you not winning, right? You're kind of spursing it a bit early, you know. Like usually it's kind of last minute.
Let's get his cock out. Close.
That's going to
What
get
if my sons are watching this?
Mason Mount's on the run. He's going through the centre again. Put it on a plate. Oh! Here we go again. 3-0. Oh,
Fuck's sake.
3-0, Tammy Abraham. Get in there!
Wait, do you reckon he watched this?
You were just saying take him off, Woody. You twat.
I'm saying I'm happy that he scored because I think in the next 5 minutes, if we didn't score, he would have been sacrificed.
Fuck's sake.
But yeah, it's a great run through the middle. It started it. I think it was actually
West Ham should kick in now. They're 3-0 down. They should kick in.
Let's have a little
3-0.
look. Kulisic, lovely touch on the outside of his right. 1-2 with Tammy Abraham. Takes it another 20, 30 yards. Lays it off to Mason Mount on the left. It's a bad pass, to be fair. He cuts inside. Dinks it back post. Kulisic gets a header. Keeper saves. Tammy mops it up. Beautiful.
Game over.
Game over.
Game over.
Now get Havertz on. Try and
Get him on.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Got to get him playing, man.
Get Billy Gilmore on. Get Billy Gilmore on.
Yeah.
How long we got left?
10 minutes.
All right, should we move on to the Liverpool? Paul, is there any more points you want to make before we move on?
Literally, I've pretty much said everything. Work away, Joey. I think you scored 1 or 2 goals, did you?
Yeah, 1 or 2, mate. Yeah, not too bad, eh?
They were shit, weren't they, Joey? I think they need to up their game.
Yeah. What do you reckon, lads? Liverpool for the league?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah, I think so.
I can't see what would go wrong. I'm not being funny. I was thinking it today. You might as well cash in on Van Dijk when he comes back. You don't need him, do you? Yeah, another money.
There's a chance he probably won't be the same player. You know, with that sort of injury.
Not being funny. He cashing on Mo, isn't you? What's that about all this Mo?
Mo's not happy.
Well, you don't say that. I mean, that's what they're rumouring, but I don't know. Do you want to be
His best mate came out and done a statement, didn't he? And said that he's not happy. He knows he's not happy, blah, blah, blah.
Well, what's the matter with him?
Contract or something?
I don't know. It could be. I heard that he was a bit upset that the game
Against Midtjylland, wasn't it?
against Midtjylland, that he was upset that he wasn't asked to be captain that day, and it was given to Trent instead. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or that's just petulant, isn't it? That's just.
I'd be more worried about Mane because
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah.
To be fair, I know it's professional footballers. Whenever you get brought off, we all know this. Whenever you get brought off in a game, it don't matter if it's like the 85th minute, you're still a bit pissed off. You still don't like being brought off, and he was playing well, and it's it's frustrating that you get taken off again. Yeah, I mean,
Because I don't know if you agree, but
he showed a little bit of petulance, didn't he? That's what worried me. It wasn't like he come off and was like, "Oh fuck's sake," disappointed. He showed a bit of petulance, like as if to say, "Why the fuck are you bringing me off?"
Joe, do you realise as a Liverpool fan, I don't know if you see it or not, but do you realise that Salah is a greedy fucker?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Mane gets pissed off with that because of that, and they think about them too. I don't like each other.
Yeah, but that's what makes them the players that they are. And let's be honest, that makes it. When you look at Ronaldo,
He passes a lot more than Salah.
No, but look at Ronaldo.
Salah's so greedy, so greedy.
Yeah, you do see it quite often when he takes a shot and he looks at a man. People are there and he doesn't choose the better option. But I think for the player that he is, Dean, and the amount of goals he scores and assists he creates,
it's hard to knock him.
I think you can get away with that, to be honest.
Yeah, cool.
Made a lovely ball into Firmino.
I've seen it when Mane went off last year, didn't he? And he started screwing at Klopp because of Salah didn't pass it. That was last season. So
So if you had to get rid of one, Joey, who would you get rid of? If you said one of them's got to go to Arsenal, which one's got to go to Arsenal?
Who's younger?
They'll be shit at Arsenal.
It's a strange one because I love them both. Mane is, I don't know, he influences the game a lot more. Do you know what I mean? When you pass the ball into Mane, he'll keep it and he'll make something happen with it. Salah can lose it very easily at times, but he's way more prolific. Well, maybe not way more, but he is more prolific. He does score more often. So it's a strange one for me. I don't know.
Can you imagine Liverpool without him, Joey?
Yeah, I think if I had to say, I'd probably leave Salah and try and keep Mane. However, I actually think it's going to be the other way around. If someone's to go, it's going to be Mane to leave, I think.
I think you're right, though. I think I'd keep Mane. He's more direct. For me, when he gets the ball, he just sees the goal and he wants to attack it.
I think Mane's more of a team player. He's more of a fighter.
For his size, he is so strong. You ever notice just like there's a ball over the top, he will take it on the chest and he'll make sure he gets there first.
Do you know the thing about Mane is when Man United, when we had Louis van Gaal in charge, we were linked with Mane at Southampton, right? And everyone's saying Man United have lost it. They don't sign the main name players and that. And I was like, look at he's all right, but yeah, fair enough. Then Liverpool signed him. I was like, that's a good signing. He's very sensible. And I'm like, oh, we signed him. We're finished. We don't sign the top players. Look at him. I mean, seriously, look at him.
I wanted him and Dembele when he was at Fulham. They're the two players that I wanted Arsenal to sign, and they didn't sign either of them. And then they fucking went and did what they did.
What did you pay?
We got a pair of them.
Was it like 18 million or something, or did you pay a bit more?
Mane, was it?
Yeah.
About 36, I think it was roughly.
Kenny, they've gone, no, we don't need him at Arsenal. We've got Martinelli and El Neni, so they'll be good.
This is going back a few years. I think we had Bentner and fucking, I don't know.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, we're World Cup.
What about the result then, Joey? What do you think?
It's a strange one because after the first couple of minutes, we're on top and we've scored. Happy for Minamino, good for him. But then Crystal Palace looked like they could have scored a good few times, in fact.
Oh, good goal though, Joey. Minamino. He looked like he took a touch when he shouldn't have done, and then had another one, and then lovely strike.
Yeah, it was. It was one of those where you're just hit it first time, because you're not going to get the time. But all of a sudden, he's managed to create that tiny bit of space and he whacks it bottom corner. So
it was like he took 3 touches in one motion.
Do you know it was a weird one, wasn't it? It was like I think he touched it first with his left foot and it all right. I can't remember, but yeah, it was like a almost like done it in the air somehow, like a sort of thing. I don't think you
pick the goals. What was your favourite goal? I reckon you could ask 7 different Liverpool fans what their favourite goal was yesterday. And
Salah's goal was the best, wasn't it?
I think it was the best. No, it's the best strike, but I think the best goal was Firmino's first.
Team goal.
Oh, his header. Was that his header?
Well, Firmino looks confident now. Do you think he's after getting his confidence back the last 2 games?
Definitely, and you see it now. Yesterday, we saw Mane, Salah, and Firmino score, and the thing is that hasn't actually happened for a while. So that shows to me that we can do this. We can win big when all 3 are firing like that. And for a long while now, Firmino hasn't been. So we look like we've been scraping games. And now you see it when they are firing. I mean, there's probably no one in the world that could stop us when we play like that.
It's weird because you look at it now in Liverpool's next game. If I see Firmino in the starting 11, I'm expecting him to get a goal in his next game. Like it's weird how things change so quickly because we sort of wrote Firmino off, didn't we, in the beginning of the season?
Well, I think just all Liverpool fans were a bit frustrated because they know he can do this. They know he can play like this, and it's not even just his goals at times. Like the way he linked up for his first goal was really good. Got the ball, middle of his own half. He's turned and he's just played a beautiful outside of the football to Robertson, and then he's carried on running. He's kept going. He said, "I want to get on the end of this." So it wasn't just about being a team player in that moment. He was like, "I want to go now. I want to go down there and I want to create problems." And
lovely goal as well.
Yeah, lovely guy. And I love Firmino, man. I'm made up for Firmino. He's my favourite player. I hope it continues. And like you said, it just can change like that. And it could be the same for Aubameyang soon enough. And hopefully, so I do want to see Arsenal.
That's the only difference, isn't it? With the problem, like the thing is, Liverpool. Obviously, we were talking about Firmino for a while, saying it's confidence now when he take him out the team and stuff. Arsenal can't do that, so they've got all these players, and it comes back to like you could afford to take him out of the team now and again, put him as a sub, and sort of give him his chance. But obviously, that's the problem with Arsenal. I know we keep going back to Arsenal, but they can't, can they? They haven't got the squad to be able to do that. Where Liverpool can,
Wait, Henderson's goal as well. What a lovely first time strike. Beautiful.
Yeah, and then a special mention for Henderson, man. How good is he again? He just controlled the whole match. It's just every time the ball needed to be recycled, he got it back straight away. Every time we wanted to, get on the front foot and get play going, it was Henderson in the middle of it. It's just so good. I can't believe how much he's come on in the last 2 years. I never would have thought it 10 years ago how good Henderson would have become. I honestly think, I said it in the chat the other day, I honestly think he's one of the best midfielders in the world.
On the attack, Timo Werner. Oh, for fuck's sake, he's in the bar.
He's never going to score again.
That's fucking day.
Right.
Joey, didn't Henderson go to Klopp and say, "Play me further forward, and I'll prove to you"? And that's basically how it's come about. Because obviously, where he was playing a little bit further back, it wasn't doing it, and he basically went to Klopp and said, "Play me further forward," and he come on and he started to do it. And obviously, that's where he got to start chipping in with the goals and that. And it's sort of, I don't know, it's good to see because you was getting to the point of what is he? He's not a defensive midfielder that just sits there. He's not an attacking midfielder. Do you know what I mean? He's that one, but I think, fair play to him.
Box, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, he's not skilled. He's not like, he's going to do all these touches and all that, and you're going to be like, oh, well, look at that skill. But he gives you 100% all the time. I know there's loads. I mean, I'm a Man United fan, but do you know what I mean? Loads of people out there are like, no, Henderson shit. Why is he shit? He isn't in that Liverpool team just because do you know what I mean? He earns that place in that Liverpool team.
And not even just that, he's captain of that Liverpool team.
He's
fair to say right now, we're probably alongside Bayern, probably the best team in the world. Yeah. So you don't get into one of the best teams in the world if you're shit, and you don't.
He deserves it. He deserves it. He gets so much shit. It's like, Henderson's shit. It's like, why? Why is he shit? He doesn't lose.
I think he does now. I think that's a couple of years ago. That fucking meme.
No, I think there's still people that just don't think he's that good, and I don't.
Yeah, fucking idiots.
I honestly think it's a term of endearment at this stage. They know he's bloody good, so they say.
They don't like it. They won't admit.
Yeah, call him out. Yeah. Who do you know that fucking mouths off Henderson?
Yeah. Malcolm Cavani.
The whole Henderson line is gone.
Danny, Malcolm Cavani.
Let's be honest, Malcolm don't know his arse from his elbow when he talks about football. I see all this shit all over Facebook all the time. I love Malcolm, but he's not got a fucking Scooby about football. He's a Newcastle fan, so what is he on about?
Right. Special guest next week. Let's
Malcolm.
Get Egghead, aka Malcolm Cavani. On a thingy note, though, do you think Henderson deserved a captaincy when he actually got it, Joey? Do you think that really boosted him?
I don't remember what year he got it. Was it when Gerrard left or?
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because Gerrard was being fizzled at the team, weren't he?
Yeah. Look, I'm guessing, look, on the field you probably would say no, but obviously the manager sees it every day with training.
Yeah.
The players around him, they seem to love him as well. And you can see it in games as well, can't you? Every time someone makes a mistake or whatever, he's on them. He's like, he's shouting, do better, get back.
I reckon he does it off the field, doesn't he? As well, Joey. He does do it like he acts like a captain because they reckon it was him and Maguire. He contacted Maguire, with the whole NHS donating money.
Yeah.
Henderson was at the front of it, and then obviously Maguire. So he does things behind the scenes to make him like. To be fair, at the time, I don't think there was anyone standing out more than him when Gerrard was going. Because obviously Gerrard was being phased out, and he was playing. So Gerrard was always giving him the armband. Not that it's Gerrard's decision, but clearly there weren't really anyone standing out above him. And I'm not being funny. To be the captain of Liverpool, you've got to have something about you. It wouldn't just be given to anyone, would it? Let's be honest.
I think that's made him. I think that's made him. I think that's made the player is getting that captaincy and actually someone really valuing him and saying, you are top man, yeah?
Yeah.
A little bit like Gerrard when he first got it, when Rafa Benitez took it from Hooper and gave it to Gerrard. I mean, Gerrard was always a good player at that stage, but he went to a next level.
Hooper was happy to do it though, weren't he? And the same
Dominant.
with I think
Dominant centre back, class centre back, dominant, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think the difference with a captain.
When John Terry at Chelsea? I think Dennis Wise and Marcus Desailly, they both knew that he needed to have the captains while they were there. So they give him the captain on, but they made the choice. So do you know what I mean? Some of these players, do you know what I mean? They just thrive on it. And I think that's what he's done.
When Van Dijk came in, I think everyone expected him to get the captaincy.
Yeah. But I don't think he deserved it. He doesn't.
But every single Liverpool player voted for. Not that was an official way of doing it, but just in general, it was apparently behind closed doors. Every single player, obviously other than Henderson himself, voted for Henderson to carry on being captain. So I mean, he's obviously got great leadership skills, even behind closed doors or at the training grounds and whatnot. So yeah, he's well worth his captaincy, and he's just a top player. He really is. I can't think of many players in his position that are better than him. I really can't.
It really does help you out when you're like one goal behind or whatever, like he's fighting for everything. But like the thing is, that's what like teams like City and Arsenal are missing this season. We don't have a leader, don't have a decent captain to just be like, look, we got a captain.
Do you know what he does?
Like Chelsea 3-0.
Oh yeah.
When we played, do you remember when Man United played Juventus and Roy Keane basically knew he weren't going to play in the final, but he just, like a captain, just was like, right, come on, let's get you through. And that's how I think Henderson played. Like, I'm not saying he's not Roy Keane, but I think sometimes that's how he plays. Like, literally, like you say, if you need to get it, he acts like a captain. And, do you know what I mean? He drags the team.
You have Henderson over Højbjerg, Tottenham.
I would.
Would you have Henderson over
Højbjerg? Say no. Go on, Zay. Say no.
There's 100%.
Henderson over Højbjerg.
Well, you would. You'd have Henderson over Højbjerg.
Yeah.
I think that anyone here.
Højbjerg was shocking yesterday as well, Penny.
I've got one.
Everton was shocking, and yesterday was shocking as well.
Henderson over
Højbjerg,
Kante.
but I'd prefer Henderson.
Oh,
Henderson over Kante.
Who?
Henderson and Kante.
I still think Henderson, only on form right now. I think
I'd
Kante.
prefer Henderson as well, just because of the talking, Woody.
Yeah, I think
Fucking Johnny talking about here, man.
I think it's his leadership skills because, like we said, he isn't particularly a great player when with the ball at his feet or whatever. He does everything good, but never great.
But he don't run with the ball, does he? He just passes it because he knows it's not him.
And look, he can chip in with a goal every now and then. That's right. Yesterday was beautiful.
I think I'd pick Kante over Henderson.
Do you know what? Another thing as well.
Because I actually think he's better.
Woody, Kante 2-3 years ago, maybe, but I don't think he's as good as what he was 3 years ago.
Fuck off, Dean.
No, I don't think he's
not.
He's only doing 400 miles a game now instead of like 450.
When he left Leicester, he was a better player than what he is now.
Like, anyone that plays against him, even now, who was it come out the other week that said he played against Chelsea? Who is it? Fucking quality player. That geezer plays centre midfield for Leeds.
The English one.
Yeah, he's in the England team.
Calvin Phillips.
Phillips.
He's
He goes, so playing against Kante was like ridiculous, to be honest. It was like, you get a real appreciation of actually how good those players are. He goes, every loose ball, every second, every drop, it was just there. I couldn't get away from him.
Right, boys.
Against Man United, did he?
Before we go, then
I'm
quickly.
just going right now, Woody. Right now, I'll probably just about take Henderson. Right now.
Fuck off.
What, over Lamella?
Oh, who's stupid, Kev, or what?
I'd have
Right,
Paul.
listen,
I'd have Paul David
we go
stand
then.
on centre mid.
Go on, Kenny.
before we go, let's go through all the games on the weekend, yeah, and see what you think the score's going to be. Kev,
Shall I get him up?
starting with you. Away to Leicester. Just a score prediction.
What, Man United against Leicester?
Yeah.
6-2 Leicester.
Fucking hell, Kev.
Go on, say 7-1 or something.
That's tough, mate.
Against Leicester, because they just bit.
That could be an interesting game, to be fair.
Yeah.
That'll be a stalemate.
You know what? I actually think we'll just nick it by 1 goal. Not 1-0, but I just think we'll nick it by 1 goal.
7-6.
No, modest, Woody. 5-4.
So a goal, 1 goal to United, yeah? All right,
I
cool.
reckon we'll just.
At home to Newcastle.
Home to Newcastle, I'd say that's going to be a 2-0. Like, we're not scoring, but like
To
we'll
Newcastle?
get 2 out of them, like, you know.
Dwight Gale.
That's
Yeah,
it,
he's
like.
fucking fine. Liverpool at home to West Brom, Charlie.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a feeling about
That's a
this one.
bloodbath, isn't it?
Big Sam.
Yeah.
Big Sam, come on.
Oh shit! This is going to be. Is it his first game in charge? He might be
second.
playing midweek.
Second. I'll go over handy 3 now. I think it'll be nice, easy.
Yeah.
But
But they're going to set up to make life difficult for you in that game. Well,
yeah,
they
it'll
are.
be that sort of game. It won't be easy in the sense that we just turn up and.
He would have had a week with him, wouldn't he? So he'd have got his tactics over to him a little bit better.
Defend.
Right,
Ball to
Tottenham.
Kevin
Away
Nolan.
to Wolves. You reckon you're going to lose that, Dino? Don't you?
I know what the score's going to be.
Go on, then.
No. Go on then.
I know already, 100%. It's 1 or 2 scores. It's the dead cert 1-0, or it's going to be a skanky, and I do mean skanky, Tottenham 2-1 win.
All your wins.
Mark my words. It'll be 1-0 or 2-1 skanky win.
Fucking Tottenham to win, Dean. That's first.
Yeah, but Skanky.
1-0 my initial.
Skanky.
And he don't really mean it either. He's like,
Yeah, he's smug.
that's why he laid the 1-0 there first, just to.
Wolves are decent, mate.
Yeah.
Away.
Woody.
Penny, who you got?
Woody.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Chelsea. At Arsenal, not that that makes any fucking difference whatsoever.
Well, Chelsea have this.
Good performance against West Ham.
Yeah, it was all right. We looked like we run out of gas first 10-15 minutes of the first.
You come back into it though, Woody, didn't you? Because you said they'd run out, and then they'd obviously got a couple of goals. So
Yeah, we did, and we scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, which really helped us, or 3 minutes. But the only thing is, Kenny, no disrespect to you, I feel like it's the sort of game that Chelsea would lose, but I just can't see you scoring. I really can't. I don't know where your goals are going to come from. Even if we
not
play
think
shit,
so, Woody.
can't
It
see
could be
you're gonna
dangerous.
score.
This could be dangerous for Arsenal if you literally your attackers just think we're just going to have a free for all.
I'm going to say 3-0. And
I'd love to see. Listen, this is the hardest thing.
You're scoring, Kenny.
This is the hardest thing about this season, is because I'd love to sit here and talk shit to you, man. I
mean, you would, you do.
But I think maybe we will get. I reckon 2-1 to Chelsea.
I was going to say Arsenal then.
Nah, 2-1 to Chelsea. I think it's going to be the same shit. I mean, it's going to be.
I don't know where this is coming from, but I just get a feeling that Arsenal will get something out of this.
Out of all of us, Joey, you've been the most bang on with your prediction.
I actually think they'll go, but my heart's telling me that they can't possibly get something out of this game. But
My brain tells me the same thing.
Yeah,
My brain
but
tells me that same thing.
football's fucked up this year, so it probably will be that Arsenal win like 2-0 against us or something silly like that.
You know,
That could be so messed up.
I mean, if we're the ones to kickstart your season, happy days, Kenny, eh?
Yeah, no, I still think we could beat you and we'll still be struggling. That's the thing. Like, it's going to be like this all year, isn't it? But I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. I don't think you'll beat us 3-0, man.
Yeah, I think 2-1.
Up to keep them up, won't we?
That's a fair shout.
Yeah. I don't see where you're going to get a goal from. I
Well,
can't.
we might get a penalty or an own goal. Saying
Is Aubameyang still injured? Because he was
I
in
haven't heard any updates yet, mate. No idea.
last couple of games he's been out, hasn't he?
Are you still in contact with him, Kenny? Or
No, he texted. I think I pissed him off when I was calling him a cunt the other day. He wasn't right. I don't know what's going on with him. But now we'll see. I'll tell you, if Martinelli has a run out tomorrow against City, I'd like to see him get a start against fucking Chelsea. I mean, why not? There's no point keeping a guy like that on the bench if not a single striker or anyone. Right.
Wait, just before we go, did anyone see the PSG defender do that last minute
What a tackle.
injure himself?
What a
What a tackle. But then he's knackered now, isn't he?
Did he?
See it. What happened?
On that tackle. It was an amazing tackle, but he pulled his hamstring doing it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. What a player. Kimbunga also, wasn't it? Kimbunga or what, say? Like that.
Right then, boys. Nice one.
I think we can all agree, just before we leave, that Spurs are shit.
Yeah,
definitely. 100%. We're in agreement. Dino?
I'll agree, yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree with you in a minute.
Son's not world class, yeah?
One's fucking awful, man. One bad game. He's
He's a
talking
good player, but he goes up and he's down. He's nothing.
We've got Paige Woodcock said hello on here.
Hey, hello, Paige. You watching upstairs and shit?
Gino. Paige,
Paige, you know. No swearing, Dean, you prick, right?
Right then, boys.
Later.
That's true.
Next week.
Yeah.
Up Spurs.
Yeah.
Up Spurs.